That's better. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me now? Am I too loud? I don't know what's happened to StreamYard, but every time I come in now, I've got to fucking put the settings, like change, select my headset for some bloody reason. I don't know. Am I, am I too loud though? I need like some like serious feedback on this because no one needs a loud Nixie, all right? So when I did a rant last night, I couldn't fucking believe how loud I was, so I took it, I took it down. But I certainly don't want to be too loud because I did change my settings. So just tell me if I need to turn it down a little bit, and I'll turn it down. Bit of feedback there. Come on, sound crew, sound crew. Let me know. Do I need to turn it up or down? Bloody hell. So, are you sure? Because I don't want to be too loud. I fucking hate being. You know, there's that thing with me being too fucking loud when I scream and everything. I've already got bad rep for that. Right. Okay. So I don't know if you guys know. I know Kimmy knows what's going on. Because I mean, I've met a lot of people from another side of YouTube now, so I haven't really been on this side too big. But big up, Kimmy. I'm glad you came. I hope Kermit's all right. I haven't heard from him in time, so pass on my regards and everything. But it's always lovely to see you, sweet and official. Yeah, I'm glad you came, and I hope you feel special with the wrench. But no, um, what it is I've got some scumbag trolls, right, who literally watch every freaking move. So if I speak to someone called Baz and say, "Oh, meet me in my live," they'll clone that Baz, come into my live. Just fuckeries like that. So what I like to do is just to mod up the people that I do know, and it just separates the fucking scumbags from the non-scumbags. Yeah. Uh, yeah, you are Angry Girl. Where do I know you from? Um, but Ladybird, always good to see you. Do you know what? Right, there was someone. Oh, Silentium is her name. Do you know how I can get hold of Silentium? Because since I've lost a channel, or maybe a couple of channels since then, I don't know how to get in touch with her, and I don't know if anyone sees Silentium, but yeah, she's lovely. Yeah, friggin' hell, such a rebel, losing all my channels. So basically, some guy called Easy has decided that he wants. I don't know, official. You might know him, Easy and Moon Puka, aka Teddy Pom. Yeah. Oh, you'll see, you'll see, you'll see, you'll see. But he's very relevant to what's happening. Um, but actually, let me just open my messenger quickly. I don't like having too many windows open because this damn laptop, it sounds like it's about to take off already anyway. Hold on. So this Easy has not been online for a while because he did something very reckless and he got nicked. Didn't get put away like we all thought, but the Southport riots, he said something really reckless like go and smash the hotels or something, inciting hate, blah 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 blah. Um, so he's got to take accountability for that shit. Hold on, let me just right. Um, Now he disappeared for what 6 months, 7 months. Now the people that actually snitched on him have actually held their hands up. I mean they go, "Hey Dupes, you're right, big up, yeah, yeah." Well, you know exactly what's going on because you've been pulled into this as well. So there you go. Um, but yeah, I was saying I've got a lot of kind of like the black collar side as well now. No one really knows what I'm talking about, so it's good to have some people that do know what I'm talking about. So yeah, he's this Easy. Basically, he's come back what after 8 months or whatever. Um, Now the first few lives he did, he hasn't really got much traction. So drama obviously breeds interest. So he's done a live stream and well you're going to hear it. Okay, he's basically accused me of being a grass. Okay, and there's reasons, well, stupid reasons as to why I am a fucking grass. The thing is on here is I'm actually very transparent. In fact, I'd say I'm more honest here than I am in the real world. Because for some reason I get this kind of false sense that, no one that I work with or anyone's going to see me here. So I can literally, I'm fucked if they ever stumble across me fucking going mental. But actually, what you see is what you get here. There's no fucking frills. I don't come in a pretty package. I say it how it is or how I'm feeling. Yeah, that's generally me. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, you'll know about it. Yeah, it's really no more to it than that. I'm a very direct person. Now, this stupid div, right, is basically saying, watch this Nixie. She's been knocking about with a right lefty called JOJ. So JOJ is somebody that I've met from Black Caller, from the other side that I'm starting to get to know now, right? And so it's quite obvious to me that this fucking gimp, by the way, that's the word that we call him because he's a gimp. Easy as a gimp. Um, so yeah, when I say gimp, I'm talking about him. Um, so he said, I've heard, I've seen her bigging up this JOJ. Right, I will explain to you, but I've also got a live stream explaining exactly why I bigged him up. It wasn't for his uh, stance on calling the police. I've made it very clear I don't like Babylon, don't bring Babylon, I don't want Babylon at my door. Yeah, I've come very close to calling them. In fact, I did online over Luke and Dave. See, I make it very vocal. Everyone knows. So I've got this kind of timestamp on here. Kind of, I do. Everyone knows, who knows me will know, what's happened. And I was going to call it was all to do with the Southport riots, but because I actually hate Babylon so much, because they turned up. I told them not to come to my door. And when I got back from a meeting, I thought they'd put a car for my door. I was like, hell no, I'm not having these bastards sniffing around. So I just didn't proceed with it. But yeah, that's the closest I come to it. And it was, a justified reason. But I really don't. I don't call the police. I don't like them. And I've made my stance on this very clear to JOJ. But what I don't mind is having opposing political views. I think it's important that we don't have an echo chamber. So, I talked to JOJ. I've spoken to him once. I think Jupiter, you was on that live, weren't you? I think he was winding you up though. But yeah, he's, got the, he left. I don't like labelling people. But, we don't agree on politics fully. Some things we do. But, yeah, I bigged him up for calling out. I didn't like what I saw happening to a guy called Dan. He's got mental health, and I felt that people were piling on him on someone's live, and they did it a few times, and I've called it out. And someone else, this JOJ did. That's the only reason I bigged him up, yeah? I said, good. I'm glad that there aren't sheep around. It's good to see, because this channel that we're calling out is a big channel. And I don't do that fucking follow. If I feel like something, I'll say it. If I'm going to fall out with someone, so be it. That's the way it is. Like I say, I'm very direct. And I felt uncomfortable. And I've explained all that on my live streams, but that's to the other side. So what Gimp has done, right, is obviously been stalking me because, no, Gimp, his name's Easy, Gimp. So he's obviously been stalking me because I share, I often share what channels I go to because I've got fuck all to hide. I'm very consistent in my politics. I have been this way since 2014. So there's no flip-flopping here, I've got nothing to hide anyway. So I share my channels, the trolls will stalk. But Easy is, indirectly admitted that he stalks me. And actually, by the way, so is Moon. The one that likes to, people need to get a life. Yeah, love. Like, any time that you're not on here fucking moaning and flapping your fucking lying gums, you're on here playing damn fucking Assassin's Creed. I think it's you that needs to get a life, Moon, right? But anyway, so what I'm going to do, because it's going to be a lot of reviewing what this fucking bastard, yeah, has said. And by the way, yeah, the person that actually has done the grassing and actually came out and said that she grassed is Moon. And like Taffy said last night, it's almost like as if he's swapping me for Moon. And do you know what, Kimmy? Kermit will tell you there was a live stream that Moon did over on that fucking Mongo's, right? Yeah? These are the only type of people that fucking believe her, the divs, right? And she is literally spinning them this whole spiel, yeah? It literally sounded, so she was describing me, but as I'm her. I've actually, I'll have to dig it out. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So she was trying to make herself in this new community sound like, butter wouldn't melt. And who she was describing as me was her. This woman is beyond a fucking joke. But let's just hear what these fucking idiots have said tonight, shall we? Okay. Oh, Hold on. I had to tape this because it fucking didn't wind me up, but I thought the cheek of it, man. The fucking cheek. These people have got no fucking self-awareness. Damn idiots. No, that's right, Kim. He wants your attention, doesn't he? It's obvious.
You know, it's crap. So, Nixie, love, do all the fucking streams you want, darling. But the truth will be coming out very soon. So, and it's not picking on you. I'm not going to gather trolls like you did. I'm just putting it out there because I think I owe.
Now, this is interesting,
to
isn't
a
it?
couple of people.
I'll rewind that bit. He says, right, let's rewind that. Right, so he says that he owes it.
Like
he wants to put it out there. Hold on, my laptop's just, hang on. I'm pressing pause, but it's not listening. So, yeah, listen carefully. What he says is, I want to put it out there because I owe it to a few people. Oh, yeah, that pricks my ears up easy, yeah? Do you want to elaborate? What people do you owe it to, yeah? That would be interesting. Who? What, Moon? Who's in your ear, yeah? Moon, the puppet master, the one that fucking, because she says that she doesn't like to control channels, but, let's be honest, the reason that she fucking fell out with Jupiter, I watched everything, and I saw it happening, I had to call it out, and I did call it out. Yeah, you could see Jupiter, look, Jupiter wants to come in here and talk politics. She's not asking the ball, the bollocks, yeah? And, I do too, really, but I am targeted, and I have to explain to people that are not involved in politics. People get targeted, especially if you go against Zionism. So I'm having this problem at the moment, and this is one of the reasons that he doesn't like me, because you'll hear him say she don't like Tommy Robinson, and also because I don't like Zionism. So rather than debate like an adult, which he can't do, he wants to fucking go after me, yeah? Grown man, yeah, wants to make up fucking salacious, vicious lies, yeah? Can you imagine if people didn't know me or didn't believe me? Yeah, I'm a woman, right? This man is making up serious fucking, that could hold serious consequences, yeah? And he's knowingly saying that I have grasped people up, right? And he knows this is bullshit. It's just lucky that he is a gimp. He's a fucking idiot, yeah? And he has no credibility whatsoever. But had he not, this is quite a serious thing. And it really goes to show what he's done more so than anything, him and Moon. I believe Moon, you're done, really. Anyone that really wants to associate you, well, all the Lils and all the lodgers, your turn will be next. Unless, you keep on playing, good little lodger. Good little Lils. Well done. Well done for being my youthful idiots, yeah. Yeah, keep playing that. The minute you don't, you're going to be on the chopping block, all right? And I'm just going to laugh because you deserve it. You can't think critically. You're just there like idiots defending every fucking cunty thing she does. Oh, my God. Do you realise, Lil, you're telling me that I turn up when there's only drama? No, no, no. There's been plenty of streams where Jupiter has had a rant about people. I never get involved unless it really involves me, yeah? Never. But you do, Lils, don't you? Because I don't see you on YouTube for anything else. You don't offer anything politically. You don't offer anything really other than just to sit in a side chat and bore us with stupid comments, or to stand up and make yourself look like a fucking beg and a fucking useful idiot for your mate. That's literally all you are. And you've got the cheek to tell she only turns up for drama streams. Bitch, no, I don't. And I think if Jupiter's listening or anyone else, they will tell you, actually, I stay away. If I'm not involved in it, I don't want to get involved in it, yeah? I will stay away from it, yes? All right, I'm not like people like you and your fucking mate, Moon, who talks like it. Yeah, you're a fanny. God, I know someone else who says that word. They'd get on very well. Hey, England. But this woman is, it's like no fucking self-awareness, these cunts. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Okay, so let's listen to it. So I'd like to know who it is you got to impress. So I'm assuming Moon, you're Alexis Reed, who we all know now is Helen Janes. Yeah, that was always in your chats, hiding under Alexis Reed. The account's now changed to John Smith. It's going around telling people I'm anti-Semitic. Yeah. I'll do that another stream about that. You know, because some of us have got jobs and have got family. You know, you can't just fucking do it on a dime. Wish I could, because when I hear all this shit, it's, you know, I want in the real world, yeah, it's a lot easier to deal with. Okay, so let's listen to this fucking pussy old talk.
And it's not picking on you. I'm not going to gather trolls like you did. Uh, I'm just putting it out there because I think I owe it to a couple of people.
I've done them things. Yeah, I've done it. What can I do? I'm sorry about it. Should have done it. Very wrong. What do you want me to do now? Now what? I can't rewind it. So what? Now what?
That's always made me laugh. You know, it's this, oh, I'm coming after her now. I'm coming after him now. I'm going to make a video. And you're like, fucking hell. Yeah, you go and waste your time. Instead of spending time with your family, you go and sit for 5 hours making a fucking video. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Right, okay, so
Well, you know, I know I
I just want to rewind that because I literally could not. Big up, Donna. Nice to see you, hon. Yeah, this is a lot won't make sense to you. Unfortunately, it's really from this, like, the side that I really started on, and sadly this guy just hasn't been able to let go of something that happened last year. Again, it's something that he caused because he heard my view. It was one of the first times I got on a panel, on Ghost panel. He's got that live stream, and he can drop it any time. He hasn't for some reason, where I'm very vocal about my views. The next day, Easy goes live, calling, making up all these lies. I'm an anti-Semite, this, that, and the other. Then Moon, I see Moon backing him up. She was the one that arranged for me to go on this live. She did me a right dirty, to be honest. Anyway, cut a long story short. So I started my own channel to correct the lies they were making about me. And he's never got over it since. He just cannot get over me. That's literally it. So he's going nuts about me because I'm correcting the lies. And everyone will remember this from my side. They know I'm not lying. I have literally proven anything they've said to be a lie. And people are getting to know me now and know that I'm very direct, you know. With me, if I've got a problem, if I like you, and you'll know. It's very, and if I don't agree with something, I'm going to call it out. I don't give a shit who you are. That's me. Yeah. Like I said, I don't come in a fucking pretty package and all, fucking presented well. I wear my heart on my sleeve and that's it, That's it with me. And actually, I like the freedom I get on YouTube for being able to do that because you do have to restrict it in the real world, unfortunately, especially with all that fucking CCTV, You can't just go and knock people out as sometimes you would love to. He's fucking obsessed, Kimmy, but you remember it, don't you, hun? Yeah, because you and Kermit were quite involved then because I came over to you guys for like Sanctuary. And I thought, thank God I'm not the only one that's fucking this guy is fucking going at, and yeah, and that's where I found you guys. And yeah, so I see that obviously he's got a fan club of people. Big up, Michael. Big up. Good to see you, mate. A fan club of people, he's obviously done it to a lot of people. But yeah, with me, this guy cannot fucking, and do you know what? I just felt, I thought, look, he's going to fucking start. When he started saying, yeah, right, well, listen, I think, but I knew my name. I knew he was going to say, I think Nixie's the grass. Yeah, I just knew it. Now, when you hear the reasoning behind this, it's actually unfucking believable. Oi, oi, Dubsy! You're late for a very important date. Big up, brother, big up. It's always good to see you, lovely. Yeah, so... yeah, basically, this guy is just a liar. But it's lucky for me that he has no credibility. And Moon, there's very same people that tell other people, no one likes Nixie. Nixie's not liked. She's got Can you believe Moon goes telling people this, right? To be honest, I don't really care if I'm liked. I really don't care. Because if I did, I would be offensive, wouldn't I? And just wouldn't view my opinions. And I'd just be, hi, kissy, kissy, boo-boos. And yeah, no. I'm not on here for that. I really do want to share my politics and go from there. And if it upsets people, so fucking be it. It upsets people. But, you know, it's always the fence sitters as well that go around, no one likes her, but it's actually them that no one fucking likes. This woman is literally detested on our side. Like I say, there's a handful of people that will suffer the bitch now. And when she was ostracised last year, she went and used poor Cosmic Kitty. Even after I knew, I'd seen her tell people, don't go to Kitty, she's a weirdo, I don't want to encourage her here. But because she had no one else, she went to Cosmic Kitty, right up her fucking up. This woman, what I'm saying is, you just can't trust the bitch, right? So then as soon as she met people from Kitty's side, she dropped Kitty, stabbed her right in the back. Kitty ended up in hospital. Now, I know Kitty's not everyone's cup of tea from what I hear, but I don't think any woman deserves to be treated like that. Now, Kitty, I treat people as I find them. She's only ever been very polite to me and nice to me. But I don't, the things I've seen Moon say, she's just a liar, you know, and all this about Kitty. And literally attacked Kitty. Kitty ended up in hospital because she's been trolled so badly. But this Moon is a fucking bitch. And she's a fucking witch, man. Anyway, let's play. Otherwise we'll be all night.
Really? What? Now what?
That's always made me laugh, you know, it's this...
Oh, by the
"Ooh, I'm
way,
coming
just before I play it, sorry, I'll stop interrupting and you'll hear it. I should have really put a disclaimer, like a warning on this, because this woman's voice, it is like carbon monoxide, man. It literally drains the life out of you before you know it, yeah? You're asleep, right? She really is. Invisible, odorless, and literally drains the living daylights out of you. The voice on it. So sorry you got to go through this. It should have come with a warning. Sorry. All right, okay.
after her now, I'm coming after him now, I'm going to make a video. And you're like, fucking hell.
Right.
Yeah, you go and waste your time. Instead of spending time with your family, you go and sit for 5 hours making a fucking video.
Right, now this is what makes me laugh again about these people. I'm making a damn video because you, Moon, have done about 4 live streams where you keep you cannot keep my fucking name. Stop timing. Who is that official? Because I don't want your beef coming over to my beef, yeah? And I don't know this person. If it's someone that I know, then fair enough. But wrenches are generally not for that, yeah? It's free speech here. Who is that anyway? Can you let me know? If it's a troll, or someone trolled me, then of course. I have got that other, because I've actually blocked fucking idiots that I won't be able to see. Yeah, but who is it? If it's a fake account, who is it, official? You know, I don't want all this cross drama, you know? I don't want that. Same as I'm sure you wouldn't want, you know. Do you know what I mean? Whoever you talk to. Yeah, well, Amanda can come in here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't particularly like the bird, but yeah, don't be timing her out. She can come in on her own account if she's got anything to say. So anyway, right. Okay, so let's drone on. Here we go.
I mean, Jesus
But it's the
Christ.
self-awareness.
Well, you
So
know,
yeah, literally about 4 live streams ago, she kept accusing me of shit I don't even fucking know. I mean, if you guys actually even heard me mention a Moon Puka or a Teddy over on that side, I never mentioned a bitch. But apparently everything is me, right? So let's now listen to this damn fucking Easy, right? This gimp bitch. Let's listen to him. I should that voice again. That voice, his voice as well, should have a disclaimer, man, because whoa, yeah, they found each other. The voices found each other. Right, I need to find this. Okay, yeah, right. So I'm gonna play towards the end of the stream, because this is where he kind of does a monologue. So we'll get that out of the way first. And while you're listening to that, what I'm going to do is
Hi, Debla.
oh, sorry, official. Hang on, let me stop that. I see what it says now. Yeah, time out shit like that. That's trolling you. Sorry, love.
Right, let's move on to
Yeah,
something interesting.
sorry, official. I didn't see the name. Hang on.
That happened
It's
this
fucking
afternoon,
sorry.
right?
Sorry, guys. Official, right? Yeah, sorry. If it's an account like that, hun, sorry. Yeah, time it out, because I'm not having them treat you like that, okay? Or coming in here just to troll you. So yeah, sorry, hun. I just didn't fucking read it. Okay, I see it now. All right, okay. Let's let it play.
Now, I haven't spoken to Teddy about it, but I presume the reason why that was put out there was because of a certain lady. When I say people should look in front of their faces, how that relationship has worked is it changed really quickly, and there is a lot of playing gaming. And I see it is Teddy hasn't put that out to be malicious. He's put that out to try and open our eyes about something. Uh, I see it because I know it. Um, all I say is I'm staying out of it, but what I will say is whoever you're sort of friends with, and it's not about Jupiter being friends with Jupiter, about associating yourself with some other female. I have seen that female, what the same thing what she done to me really. I only said 2 words to her, and all of a sudden the trolls got gathered, everybody got attacked, um, lies put out.
Right, stop there. For anyone that can remember from that side, okay, of YouTube, right, and if you can remember like Dubsy, Kimmy, Jupiter, if you're still about, yeah, okay, that's a lie that he keeps trying to spin. All I asked you was, were you left or right? Again, easy, stop with the fucking lies. People have got memories. You did a whole lot load than that, didn't you? You went live, called me all the anti-Semites under the sun, even though I didn't say any fucking thing anti-Semitic. But it seems to me, with all you lot, all you have to do is mention the word Jew or Zionist, and you're an anti-Semite. We can talk about black people. We can talk about Muslims. We can talk about Indians. We can talk about pink, yellow, blue, green, anything. Just don't mention Jews. And often I say to people, okay, well, are you Jewish? Like, why are you getting so upset? No. I just, it's like this frenzy and this like mass fucking brainwash bullshit. You know, I don't get it. But this is what he was saying. It was a hell of a lot more than that. I saw this bitch Moon's true colours for the first time. I mean, her way of arguing with me, because I'm in the side chat going, what the fuck? Because she's the one that asked me to go on this live stream. And then basically is calling me all these names after. She's known my politics for a long time. What a little snake this bitch is. Dean, man, big up yourself. So, yeah, he keeps trying to add that in. All I asked her, she left all right. No, stop that fucking gimptard. Stop. We've got memories. We're not all as dumb as you. Yeah? Okay? You said a whole lot more than that. Why don't you drop the fucking live stream? The following day, why don't you do that, Gimptard? Why? Yeah, because at that time I never used to. I mean, I didn't even fucking use a screenshot or even really know how to. I didn't do. I just didn't think to do that. But I realised quite quickly I was dealing with a couple of fucking serious fucking liars. And you relied on the fact that I didn't have a channel, so I wouldn't have a voice. But boy, oh boy, you learnt your lesson when I fucking started going live, didn't you? And I had to because of you cunts. And I felt strongly about it because it was after October the 7th. So I thought, no, I've got a lot to share or knowledge, or I believe I have on this. So, yeah. But it was because of you scumbags. So stop with your damn lies, trying to sneak that in. Oh, yeah, all I asked her was if she left all right. No. And those of us, all right, that have got more than 2 brain cells can remember. Easy. We can remember, yeah? All right, anyway, we'll go on.
I've only done that. Unfortunately, and then it started out, that particular person was sticking up with it because you disagreed with something with her. All of a sudden, she was the big bad wolf and trying to cause a division. Now, how am I going to put this so I'm not being put in the shit? And I'm not talking about Jupiter, I am talking about somebody else. And I find it quite concerning is they picked up someone for ringing the old bill on someone, right? And I thought, well, wait, hang on. And this person seems to be far lefty.
Right, guys, so for the people that are on this side...
Because you will get fucking...
Okay, I don't want to shout. Right, so for the people that are on this side, you know who JOJ is. If you've been following what's been happening, I've voiced my opinion on the whole Daniel Son thing. And I big JOJ up for calling it out too. I felt that he was being piled up on, voiced my opinion, and that's it, quite frankly. But JOJ went a step further and said about calling the police, and I made it very clear I don't like it. You know, I agree with you about Dan. I'm with you all the way. But in terms of police, no. And he knows that. And I'm sure if you ask him, he'll be the first to tell you. And I actually have a live stream where I went live with a guy called GC, and we had a good chat. Well, I thought it was a good chat until I heard the little snake saying other things to TNK. But okay, I see how you roll now, GC. No, but I thought it was a good chat, and I made it clear. Listen, yeah, when Babylon's involved, no, I don't want to know. I fucking hate them with a passion, because I have seen how they've ruined a lot of people's lives, really, and taken great joy out of it. They're scumbags to me, and I do believe, and I'm sorry if it offends anyone, I do believe it takes a certain person to serve in the police force. I really do. But anyway, we digress. But yeah, no, I'm not the girl. It takes a lot for me to call the Babylon. Anyway, so let's play on and just hear this fucking master at his work.
Reported. And it's a bit worrying because that one is promoting that channel, so that she's bringing that person round in them circles and maybe putting onto there for people to get brass up. As far as I'm concerned, is I'm staying away from that. Won't mention it. I was going to put out a presentation thing out of it, and I thought, no, it's not worth it. People won't listen to me. The only way they will listen to me when something happens to them and it's drastic, and when it's too late. So before I would put out something, and they'd be shooting me for it. So the only thing is, people just have to find out for themselves. But what I will say, and what I have got, I will give to certain people, because I'm a bit confused with all of this, right? And with that certain person, and it won't. All I will say, people, with that certain person, you're all right with, just stay on their good side. Otherwise, you have the whole internet after you with the trolls, and you'll most probably be reported to the old bill. That's all I say. Be careful what you say. Don't piss them off if you want to carry on being friends with them. But all I say is, I've seen it. I've got friends who are not on YouTube but will look out for me and look at certain things. And they came across something, and I thought, yeah, you got a fucking wrong. And why are you hanging around? Why are you hanging around with certain people and high profile people? I thought, yeah, you're a fucking wrong. No, it's a female. It's a female. And before anybody says it's not Jupiter, it's not Jupiter. Actually, I'm sort of looking at them. I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to get into any more trouble.
Oh shit! I was sorry. Right, okay. Right, sorry, I numbered it wrong. So this is the first part. Listen to this gimp tard. Good night, Donna Lovely. Thank you for dropping through. It's always good to see you. So this gimp tard, listen to him, is about to get to the crescendo, which is like the little snake wants to go, right, you know, he thinks he's being smart, right, you know, listen, you've got to watch properly, right? So he tries to explain about the JOJ, which is easily explainable to the people on this side. They know what has been going on. And like I say, I've got nothing to hide. I quite often share the channels that I go to. All right, so yeah, he's trying to tell people, right, this fucking div. Oh, right, I've been watching, so basically you've been stalking me. Hang on, is that Dean? Is that Jupiter's Dean? Because, hang on, is you... Because, I've got Helen Janes and all them. Okay. Because this was a new account, Dean. I've got to be careful, with the Helen Janes stalker bitch. The one that's going to get the fucking... has got a legal team on, dealing with things. Remember that one? About 4 months ago? What an idiot. If you're going to get fucking legal involved and you're going to announce it, make sure you fucking do it, you lying shoplifting bitch. Sorry, I digress. So anyway, right, but she does tie into this. So, Easy's about to say, yes, oh my God, yeah, I've done some, reconnaissance work, and yes, I found out she's the grass. Right, so listen to this genius. Here we go.
So it is, if you want to do your stuff, what you've got to do, what we're doing, all of a sudden, if you fall out with that person, you're just spread round, you're a racist, you're this, you're that. But their actions is million times worse than other people's. And I got in trouble for asking one question, and it went fucking mad. Now, a lot of people know what I'm on about because they were reading that chat on my show at the time. Because they all...
Easy, I'm going to say it again. Drop that live show. Stop talking about it and let everyone see what happened in that live show, yeah? Why won't you drop it? Because you said a little bit more, are you more than left? In fact, that was the day after I went live with my sister on Ghosts. So it wasn't a show that I was there talking to you. You were fucking attacking me, lying about me, saying that Nixie's an anti-Semite, blah, 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 when I'm not actually said anything anti-fucking Semitic. I state facts that I back up with sources, something that you could fucking learn to do, you fucking gimp tard, right? But apparently I'm not allowed to mention Zionists, okay? And I'm not allowed to say apparently I don't like Tommy, okay? You'll hear later on. But you keep hearing the snakes dropping. All I did was ask her if she's left or right. No, bitch. You said a bit more than that. But, proof is in the pudding because he won't drop the fucking live stream.
all sort of turned on her on that day. But for some reason, people won't speak out and say the truth from it. But that is it. Anything else from apart from that, just got nothing to do with. But I've just seen what I've seen, and I think, nah. There's no point me pointing it out, no, because they all say I'm nuts, I'm back tomorrow, and everything. All I'll say is just find out for yourselves. I've learned, and that's it. I've learned, and but people I think who's good for the movement and do good shows and actually put out some good stuff, I worry for. And I thought to myself, do I need this happen? But then again, can I forgive myself if this person turns on them and fucking reports them? If you stand with someone and it's a woman I'm talking about, and this is not about Taffy, it's about someone else who's well known, who will point out the thing, all right, the thing what was said on the internet was disgusted, but the point is that person who's doing that reported is, no matter what you say, it will be spinned. That's how I see it. And so, here comes the Turkish stallion, shines. So that's all I'll say about that. No, I'm not going to be the mission. All I'm going to do is maybe say something to someone, and one important thing, yeah, but other people will just have to just find out for themselves, because at the end of the day, I won't get listened to, okay? I won't get too listened to.
Right, so according to Einstein here, yeah, he's seen me big up JOJ. He doesn't understand, or he does, and he's a snake. I mean, he's dumb as fuck. So he's seen me big up JOJ. He's clearly been stalking me everywhere, and thought, okay, I'm going to use this kind of I'm going to, use this to bring Nixie into it. So I bigged up JOJ, and thankfully people know my stance on that side. I've made it very clear, and if I have to drop the live stream where I said it to GC even, look, I haven't got a problem with JOJ. He's always been polite to me. I take people as I find them. we don't all have the same politics, but I think it's important that we have like different views on panels, so it's not an echo chamber where we can actually maybe get somewhere. Um, yeah, possibly Glow, but I don't. You know, someone said it's my delivery, but to be quite honest, I think yeah, EF said it, but I couldn't really answer him. He was on the panel, but I did want to. Like, I'm not here to deliver myself in a package or like say it softly or whatever. All I can do in terms of political wise is say it how I found it, and if that fucking upsets people, then they need to get a thicker skin. That's really my answer to that. So yeah, but like I say, I'm not here to gain a fucking fan club or whatever, and I know that my stance on Zionism, as Michael is aware, it's not the mainstream media stance, and a lot of people haven't woken up to what's behind. And yeah, so throw toys out pram. So I'm up against it fucking every day. I've got fucking groups, coming after me. The groups that can sit there and literally listen to people cuss black people, any other race, but don't mention Jews. But anyway, let's hear this master go on. My guest should be here soon as well.
There'll be too many people getting at me, and I've learned about that, trying to deal with everything. But I will do that. I'm not here to put out evidence and everything. I'd rather do that private to the important people where I think I don't want them getting done for, to be fair. Clips and go to seek awareness. He's been doing a few interviews actually. Another guy they're trying to brand, he's an extremist and he's not. What's his name? Oh, the guy, Johan. But there is a speech from someone, a Sikh guy got put in prison for defending girls and he got in prison for it. Hello. Right. This is a bit of a serious topic here. Right. What time? What time stamp did Danny Roscoe get reported?
Time frame, do you mean? Or
Yeah, when did he get reported?
literally just after Moon had been saying that she's made reports on all these people that was attacking her daughter or whatever.
So not long after.
A couple of days after.
After me getting arrested, yeah. Not long after that, yeah.
I'd have to check with Danny on that, to be honest, but
well, Moon hasn't reported him. I know for a fact it hasn't. I didn't even know he's been reported to you. Just said. But what I can say is,
you can't know for a fact either. You can know for a fact that you haven't, but you can't know for a fact anybody else hasn't. That's not possible.
Yeah, I know for a fact. Look, if Moon reported him, she would say she reported him like on this, like she's trolling before. Listen to this, right? You're looking at the wrong place.
Time frame, do you mean? Or
Yeah, when man. I'm only reporting what I see. That's all I report back on there. Yeah, that's all I do, man. There's no malice, no anything. Right, I'm down.
Anyway, who's going to jump on? Let's have it.
Then
Have we got someone?
evening, Isa. Evening, Charles.
hello.
Then.
Right,
Right.
Charles, this is a bit of a serious topic here. Right, what
I'm going to
time?
mute up. Anyway, I've got to do something. Go on, you look over.
Right, then, what time stamp did Danny Roscoe get reported?
Time frame, do you mean? Or
Yeah, when did he get reported?
literally just after Moon had been saying that she's made reports on all these people that was attacking her daughter or whatever.
So not long after.
A couple of days after.
After me getting arrested, yeah. Not long after that, yeah.
I'd have to check with Danny on that, to be honest, but
Yeah, well, Moon hasn't reported him. I know for a fact it hasn't. I didn't even know he's been reported to you. Just said.
But what I can say is, you can't know for a fact either. You can know for a fact that you haven't, but you can't know for a fact anybody else hasn't. That's not possible. Yeah, I know for a fact. Look, if we reported him, she would say she reported him like on this, like she's trolling the book. Listen to this, right? You're looking at the wrong place. Put it this way. And looking at the wrong, you're saying evidence. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a name, right? There's a guy called J.O. John, I think. He reported something. Right. Person, what he said online was disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. I've never heard of him. I don't know who that is. No, I just came across it by accident. Yeah. Okay. Right. Oh fuck it. I'm going to say this. Yeah. And I should say this. And I'm going. And this is a heads up for people. Right. This is nothing to do with fucking mood. Right. There was people actually getting paid by Mandy Soros. Right. That is a fact. One of them was Taffy. Right? I don't know if Taffy ever took money or whatever. I'm not too sure of that. I heard you say that before, but I was like, has he or has he not? I don't know. Taffy him reported me, which is so bumble. He said he done it, right? Now, it's a bit of a coincidence, all it is. So I see a certain lady go in some of these comments who's reported someone. Okay, he's a bit of a lefty, and that person beat them up. Now that person is befriended Danny Roscoe, right? Now, all of a sudden, it's just a little bit ironic, is that person has had more disgusting stuff than anybody else, and no one's reported that one, but that person is befriended and sort of all right with Danny Roscoe, but in the same time, in a far lefty bloke who's admitted he will continue reporting people if he thinks is racist or anything, and big them up for it. And all I'll say is, it's a bit fucking weird. That person who's everybody circles and causing all the trouble everywhere, getting all the trolls together, and it's a bit weird then. Danny Roscoe got reported, and it's a similar time, and then at a certain time it was in a part of the group where they were out to get me reported, and I gave them the reason for them to report me. That's all I'm saying, and I think people should look at it. And I'll tell you what, and I will say this, and I don't care about the attacks, and I will say this, it's fucking Nixy, right? Nixy who I'm talking about. Nixy. Nixy, I left her. Look, all I'm saying is to you, right? Selective outrage, isn't it? If no one doesn't fucking agree with her, with the nasty shit she comes out with, and I only asked her 2 questions, and she was one of the big ones, bigging up for me being reported. For what? Reading out and trying to blame Brandy as a fucking racist. Well, she was in the comments of a John O'Joe, bigging that up. I'm like, the person, what he said was disgusting. But fucking hell, she was speaking up people being a police fucking Ross. They're going to do a fucking show. Well, it's a bit funny, isn't it? How she is befriending Danny Roscoe and Danny Roscoe gets fucking reported. I think it's mad that you're not addressing the fact that Moon actually come out and said that she was reporting people. And she named Danny Roscoe, she named Bella, she named... Everybody knows she was trolling to get back what she was saying. Well, once you've said it... Do you think I would be friends with her? Do you think Lodge would be friends with her? Once you've said it, though, Louisa, it's one of them if you say what Moon said now and then people get reported in a few days, who's everyone going to think that reported them realistically? Assume it was you, weren't they? So whether it was or it wasn't... for these fucking trolls. Unfortunately, she said what she said. She should have said what she said. But unfortunately, it gave the trolls the fucking way out for their fucking wrongdoings. And then the people are trying to lay on fucking on things. It's very possible, Easy, that she did actually do what she said she did and made reports. It is very possible. You've got to acknowledge that.
I'm going to pause it because we've got a very, very special guest, and his ears must have been burning because he's turned up, late, but there are reasons behind that. But welcome, Danny Roscoe, to the show. Big up yourself. Let me take the GIMP off the screen. Hang on. Let's see. Why can't I see you? Oh, let me take that off. That's why. Too many buttons. Okay. Hang on. Are you on the... Dan, where are you? Say something. Well, Dean, this is it. And, you know, it doesn't matter how many times I tell people, there are people that are paid on here to go after anyone that dares to paint Israel in a bad light. Because you've got to remember they control the media and all of these things.
Bless up.
Oh, bless up yourself. Big up yourself. Mr. Right Hand Tommy Robinson man. By the way, I'm just making that clear because
Not right hand.
well, not right, but you know, okay, whatever. But you know him, and I say Tommy, like we've had rows, we get on, right? There are plenty of people that I don't have the same politics as, right? And we can get on. I'll come over in your streams, and quite often I bite my tongue because I don't want it to go west. But what I'm saying is, so this is Danny Roscoe, everyone, and I'll drop your link actually because you're a good channel. We disagree on things, but you know, yeah, you know, it's a good channel for politics. So yeah, where's your channel? But yeah, so Danny is the person that Gimtard Einstein has suggested that I have grassed up. Now, it was the first time I'd actually ever heard that he had been fucking grassed up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now, lucky, me and Danny have become quite good friends, as in, you know, YouTube. There are very few people that I talk to off of here, and Danny's one of them. And I think we can, you know, we both got to know each other, that we, you know, we trust each other, you know, to a degree. You know, we don't know each other massively, but in terms of on here, we do. And I trust you, and I think you're a stand-up type of guy. You know, you give me honest opinion politically, and you know I do with you. Do you know what I mean? There's no kind of games or bullshit.
100%.
So yeah, thank you for coming on. So what is your take on this? Danny, everyone's saying hi to you, by the way.
Hi, chat. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is madness. This is madness. the person who said that they went to Hope Not Hate is but you know what it is, yeah? This is the problem with certain things, right? Because at the time when I found out, when she said she went to Hope Not Hate,
right,
like a few days before that, I had a knock on the door from some officers. Do you know what I mean? To prevent people at there to come and do a home visit, because obviously I'm a right wing extremist. And
yeah, obviously, and I'm an anti-Semite, aren't I?
Exactly. That's why we get on well.
Exactly. Someone will clip that now. You watch. She's saying she's an anti-Semite.
Of course, he's an extremist.
Yeah.
But no, and I didn't know where this was coming from, so I just take it down to, you know, people just do what they do. And then I heard this, but she was still friendly with dupes. So out of respect, the same way as you do to me, like, you don't say something that you might want to, because, you know, we're friends with people that you might not like. So I never said anything at the time. And yeah. And then,
well, see, I hadn't even been following this. So when did she say this? Because honestly, I haven't even watched all of her live streams, right? Haven't even watched them. I heard that they're like, I've like got the transcripts now, but I haven't even looked over them properly. I just didn't have the time today. I had a meeting today, and all, you know what I mean? It's like real life takes over and shit. But I just thought, I don't want to get dragged back into it, but this is just too much now. When someone's calling you a grass and planting that seed, do you know what I mean? It's bullshit. So I had to provide some context back to, because he keeps trying to just, you know, like, I wouldn't mind, but all I asked her was she left all right. No. And people that were there will remember it went down a lot worse. He called me, all unimaginable names, accusing me of this, of things that I hadn't even said. And Ghost is, you know, obviously we don't get on with Ghost, but he has that live stream, you know, and Easy knows. And the people that were there, like Kermit, Kimmy, all these people, Dubs, they know the truth. They know. They were calling and making up the most salacious lies about me, etc., etc. I had to start my own channel to actually put it all to bed. Thanks, guys. So you got 2 subs already. See?
Boom.
Stick with me. Stick with me. So yeah, he keeps. But you know, that's all I said. No, that's not all you said. You did a whole live stream. In fact, you did about 4 or 5 before I actually went live to actually have my say and call out all of your lies about me. All of your lies.
But this is the thing, Nix. This
Yeah.
is the thing. Yeah, this is what's going on. He's saying that you've just befriended me or whatnot, but we were going at it, right? For a year before when you
we
was
were
on the
in
pro
G
black
Block.
panels.
Yeah,
You know what
I was having a
And
go at you for
that's when
saying
we didn't like
half
each
cast.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
and stuff like that, and I
all
was
the
saying that you was
the important
anti-Semite.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. I quite often meet people that I don't get on with at first. I end up becoming like, good friends on it. Sometimes you just have to get that bit out of the way, don't you? The foreplay, I think. But yes, we have like exactly like but surely he knows this because I actually think he knows more than he lets on. Because quite clearly he's been following me. See, I always love to share channels out that I go to, ones that I like Black Caller and who, I share them out. Why not, because I've got nothing to hide. But, when you think about when you've got stalkers like this who are just waiting to pounce on any tiny thing to be able to twist it and turn it. And it's like, you're just putting out fires on here continually because you have to explain. And now I've got like 2 communities because I've started to branch out into the Black Callers community. I've met new people there who already said I was an imposter. I had to do a live stream about that. No, I'm not. But you know what I mean? It's just bollocks and bullshit. And then I've got that scabby little fucking troll Helen James going into every new person's chat on plenty of stock accounts, talking to about 4 of her own other stock accounts, saying Nix is an anti-Semite and she's got the police after her. All of these things. I'm going to do a live on her. I've got to. Her and Penny are just beyond. But these people live on here. That is their life. They don't contribute politically or anything. They're just on here to troll, and the evidence shows that when you just search their names. They're just nasty little fucking trolls. And Easy is another one. He's not as nasty as them, I'll say that. I think more so because he's very dumb and people just don't believe him. Whereas the others are more kind of, what's the word, kind of undercover. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is their life. They plan everything. And, it's pretty fucking sad, really. But yeah, I'm glad you came on to see it for what it is. So basically, who do you think? And big up Den, by the way. Den Tarragon, yeah? Because you heard his reaction. Like, thank God he went on there to basically go, what, Nixy, a lefty? And then, and then he was really just, we all hear, guys, like, he just calls this bullshit out. He's not having none of it. I hope Den pops in here today.
The thing with Den is he stands on the truth, and it doesn't really matter
He does.
if he likes you or not. It doesn't matter.
Yes,
if someone's
indeed.
lying or mistruthing, he will always defend the truth. And that's what
Absolutely.
He did on there.
I've got to know him. We didn't get on at first. He just didn't take to me, and we didn't talk. And now we do. It's funny. All the people, it turns out that way. But I was thrown into this community kind of like hit the ground running because of those cunts lying about me. And so people are just looking at me sideways. Well, who is this bitch? They're saying she's, do you know what I mean? So it's been a bit of a nightmare, really. Other than all I can say is that I'm actually probably one of the I'm very direct and honest. I don't come here with an ulterior motive, and what I say I know pisses a lot of people off. If I had an ulterior motive, I wouldn't be pissing people off, would I, with my politics? But in terms of Moon, so who do you think has grasped you, Danny? And, what...
Hey, listen, it could be 101. It could be 101 people, right? So I'm not going to be here to say, oh, it's this person, 100% rare. But it was very strange. The period of time, there wasn't really a need for them to come around, and they only come around, right? Prevent will only come around if someone has said to them that this person's an extremist. But before that, I can't even remember, to be fair, because it was much about nothing. But I was slamming the trans community. I was saying that what the truth is. These people, I believe, are mentally ill. Blah blah blah. I didn't even know she had a trans daughter or trans son, whatever it is. I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
Right? So she's taken that personally. I found out later on. She took that personally. Next thing I know, Dupes is saying that she went to Hope Not Hate. She says that she went to Hope Not Hate, and the time frame all fitted in very, very well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I didn't go. I
Yeah.
didn't say nothing because they were still friendly, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stand back. Do you know what I mean? I stood back from dupes as well for a little bit, you know, because I'm like, I didn't really understand what the dynamics was. And then obviously she said, I'm not having that. You know, I can't have people like that around me, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the time frame is that we've got the proof that she went to them, and nobody should go to them unless you want to cause a drama. Prevent will never come around unless somebody says Danny Roscoe is an extremist of this, right? And then they come around and do a home visit. They see they try and coax out of the kids what you're trying to teach them, and you know, what do you know about transgenderism? What do you know about Islam?
Yeah.
These types of things, yeah. But we all know not to say a thing, yeah. Loose lips sink ships, and at the end of the day,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so they just got to go because there's nothing to report. But they'll only do it off of the back of the referral, and this was like, it must have been about this time last year, way before the riots or anything like that, because I was working actually on the island, so I remember the conversation, and I was saying in the chat, listen, I've had them come out of my house, and she was talking to Dupe saying no, they wouldn't come out, and she was saying only the police come around or something like that.
Huh.
And
she knows a lot about it, doesn't she? Because I don't even know all that. I don't even know that. Oh, can I have that?
It's in my community.
Yeah, right.
Wait there. I'll tell you exactly when it is. All right, because I put a post
Thanks,
up for
Dubsy.
Dupes
Nice one. Thank you. Yeah.
to say, listen, this is what happens. This is how. Because she was like, you can't go to Prevent directly. I'm like, of course you can.
Yeah.
Where am I? What am I looking at? So I'm not going to say it's her, but obviously she's the one who has been to them, and I've had that, but I've not kicked off about it. I've not done nothing. So it's not for anyone to come out and say that you're a grass or this person. It's got nothing to do with. I don't even know this fella. I don't even think I've spoken to him. So you know, I can't really say what his character is or anything like that. But if he's trying to say that you have grassed me up without nobody coming to me, it's you that come to me. Listen, I ain't grassed you up. I'm like, about what? What would you have grassed me up for? I'm not even had to knock on the door, you know. And it's only when it's come now, and it's a year later.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Like I said, Danny, I found out there are groups on here. Trust me. We need to have a chat off of here. Really, there are fucking groups on here, Danny. Right? That want to silence you politically. Now, I've got, you know, I know about Unit 8200. The Israeli one, they're massive on here, and they're in even the smallest of pockets, yeah. And they pay fucking useful idiots who don't know they're actually being fucked over as well. Ultimately, I believe, but you know, pittance to just stay up all night and be fucking useful idiots, just trolling people. I mean, if you look at my, I did a video. There's some guy called Mr. England literally just attacked me out of nowhere. And it transpires really because he wouldn't give me a reason, but the nastiest names he was calling me, and I didn't even know who the fuck he was. And he just kept saying, you know, big up the years, everything referenced to Israel, you know. And you know what? It just makes me dig my heels in more. Hell no, bitch. Because in the real world, trust me, yeah, he'd get sorted, man. If I knew his address, he would get fucking sorted. You know, these people have got all the fucking mouth, but I'll send you actually what the bastard, well, this fucking pussy old bitch, right? He's got all the mouth, and you know, like, I don't even know how people can defend that kind of thing. I don't know him. I I can look after myself on here, you know, and you can come at me all day long, but give me a fucking reason so I know what I'm fighting about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to have a grown man come at you like this, it's just, so there are definitely groups. And actually, while I'm on it, Simon Lord, it reminded me today, there's something you said in Bellies one night when you was talking to Zara. You were really drunk and you let it slip out. I've known this all along, but it was just to hear it. You said, I've been told not to talk to Nixy because of her political view. And I'd love to know, you know, now that you've said it, I've got the live stream. Who told you to say it? No, I'm just, hopefully if Simon hears this, or someone will get back to him and tell him. Simon, you know, you said it on one of Bellies. It was probably about 3 o'clock in the morning one weekend. You was talking to Zara and you said, well, I've been told I'm not even allowed to speak to her because of her views. So, Simon, I would really like to speak to you about this because, you know, it's disgusting when all you're on here to do is really, you don't want to fight people. I'm actually, you know, You treat me nice, I'll treat you nice. It's very simple. But I'm literally just having to defend myself against fucking lies all the time and attacks, and you know what I mean? It's bullshit,
Yeah.
Danny. It's just bullshit.
So this
so
this happened a year ago. I just got it on my community pit. It's a year
let me
ago,
have a look. Can you?
and I said, "What do you want me to do?"
Drop it in there.
Let me
so
be.
yeah,
I don't
go
even
on
know if I can. How am I going to do that?
just go into the comments bit, and then you'll be able to get the link.
Oh no, yeah, I'll share. I'm trying to get the link. So here's the link. Where are you? StreamYard. This is private chat. It's in the private chat, right?
Merci beaucoup.
Right, that's the thing I put up, and that's a year ago, and that was when they were talking. Moon and Dupes was talking in the daytime,
Right.
and she was saying that that it's impossible that Prevent could have come round. I hope Dupes has got that conversation, because it will prove a lot of things. It will prove
Dupes
a
is
year
listening.
ago.
Well, she said she's listening, so hopefully. Oh, yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
Hiya, Dupes. There she is. I don't know if you want the. Do you want the link to come up? He was asking if you got something from a year ago. I heard about Moon, this Hope Not Hate, and see, all I've known from Moon, she was one of the first people I met on here about 2018 when I started taking, seeing politically what's going on. She defended me against this Piggy Bunny cunt, right? Because Piggy Bunny, and I'll show people, literally emails people under sock accounts, channel owners, and tells them to block me because I'm trolling her son, and that I'm not me in my picture, and I'm about 60 years. It's actually, someone sent me one of the emails. She's an awful. This is the so this has gone on. I've never spoken to this bitch. All I did was call her bossy, and she's come after me, which I think she's kind of in a roundabout way doing to Jupiter at the moment through Moon, because I know if you dare say anything about Penny, and it was definitely her in your chat. I've got someone here to back that up as well. So she's literally. So Moon stuck up for me, and I just felt she's a really nice old woman kind of thing. I didn't spend a lot of time on here, and anytime I'd see her live, she'd be, moaning about something, and I just thought men were trolling her and being horrible to her. That is literally all I know. So that's in my defense, because I felt like a right idiot. Even listening back to me being such a useful idiot. But in my defense, that is my defense. And then as soon as I've learned, unlike Lils or Lodgers, the people that've seen it over and over again and won't, and keep defending it, I've seen what the bitch is like now. But yeah, I did defend her, saying she would never go Hope Not Hate, would you, Moon? But actually looking at it now and seeing how scheming and nasty she is, yeah, I mean, it's like if you don't.
Well, listen, Nick Lowes pays decent money. You know that anyway. Yeah, if you got information, Nick Lowes, Hope Not, the guy who owns Hope Not Hate.
Right. See, I don't pay much attention to Hope Not Hate. You see,
he did it with I can't remember who it was. What, someone's girlfriend or wife or girlfriend or whatever, when they split up, went to him and said, I'll give you a decent amount of change to give us information on this person.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. So when anyone says
I'll
to
have
me
to look
that they
into
went,
that, Nick Lowes.
they went to Hope Not Hate, then it
bookmark
always he got doorstep to that as well.
Do you reckon they're probably watching Nick Knowles would be? I need to start paying. I see. I pay more attention like to the Unit 8200 side of things. And
yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry. All of these.
You've got to worry about all of them. Yeah, Mandy Mosley. I remember when she came on. I can tell you exactly when she turned up. Her and Athena. They came on the back of Busker and Ambrosine, and that's Israel. Yeah, all the way. So yeah, I think maybe both sides.
But she's not a Jew.
No, but she's a useful idiot, like I just said. The people on the ground, they give them the money to then dish out to the fucking other useful idiots who will go around and do stupidness on here to try and silence people. It's a fact. It happens. But I will start looking into this Nick Lowes now. But yeah, I mean, why would Moon have said that and knowing what her personality is like now, I don't trust that bitch, and I don't want her anywhere near me. I just don't trust her. If you
Can't
dare,
be trusted.
yeah,
not nowhere.
I've seen what she's done on Jupiter's. I mean, I wasn't, to be honest, like, I think, all after the Velly thing and that, I thought, I think Jupiter knows my view on what happened. And I kept a kind of distance. I'm not here to police, but I didn't like it. I think I'm not going to go into that. But I felt I had to say something. When Moon did that, I thought, that's cuntist what she's done. Welcome, Jupes.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Madhouse. Thanks for jumping up, hon. I've got to say something. I could see what she was doing. Jupiter placated her. Listen, okay, that's your view, Moon. That's fine. Let's move on. You know, you're still welcome in here. You said it about 3 or 4 times. And then what she dropped on you with that massive live stream and all of that, nah, I was absolutely disgusted.
Do you know what?
That
Do you know
day.
what it is though? Do you know what it is on Nixie? Yeah, she
Yeah.
dropped that on Dupes, yeah, and that could have got Dupes in a whole heap of
I
madness.
was, I was disgusted.
Not,
yeah.
no. Hope not hate around my people, yeah, right. And Dupes is around people as well. Do you know what I mean? She's not as direct as me, but hope not hate in this area is a dangerous. If people have gone to them, right, that is it. You know, people will come and start hounding, and you see the following that Tommy's got. Right?
Yeah.
So if that
she knew what she was doing. When I look back now, she knew what she was doing. It was all planned.
Oh yeah.
And when the stream that was dropped the other day that I reviewed, because hindsight's a brilliant thing. Because when you're close to something, you can't always see it, right?
Very true.
But when I played that again, she gave me the reason. It's because I wouldn't go at Dave. And then yesterday in Easy's live stream, she admitted to Den that she went to Prevent and Hope Not Hate with Dave. Now, me and Dave fell out and argued, but I would not do something like that.
No. Isn't that interesting? She's very spiteful, isn't she? Very fucking spiteful. So you don't do what she says, there you go. She's going to cry and throw her toys out the pram, and whether or not it is going to be seriously incriminating for you, which could affect your family if you get nicked, and, you know, she doesn't give a shit. She's going to do it anyway. And they are the most dangerous people. In my eyes, they really are. Because I've always been not petrified, but the people that will put you in prison, knowing that you're innocent, they're the ones that you've got to fucking watch out for. Yeah? And I just thought, what she did to you. I think I came on your stream that night. I was literally on Danny's. I was disgusted. I could see what it was because I saw some people running over to hers, kind of placating her, going, well done, well done. No. I see it for what it is. I'm not about taking sides. I'm calling out what's wrong, and what's right and what's wrong. That's it. Just actually like you did for me, Jupiter. Remember when I turned up and you gave me the benefit of the doubt?
Well, yeah, all this nonsense about Easy saying it was because he asked you if you were left or right. No, it wasn't.
Thank you. Like
no,
the people remember,
They set you up with a debate with Ghost, and she said she was going to be there. She didn't turn up.
Right. Yep. And then cunted me off the next day.
And then the next day, Easy was going in on you because he's got this thing. Do you know there's a lady called Angel Moon?
I remember her.
Right. He went in on her as well because she didn't like any religion. So she was against.
She was like pagan,
Jewish.
weren't she, or something? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and he done the same thing to her.
There you go.
Reared up and went nuts and started slagging her off all over the place.
There you go. You know, and I know he's your mod Dupes, but I get it from Adam Smith as well. He teams up with Helen James. So if I'm in Pimps, they'll all pile up on me, and he'll turn up like just out of nowhere to bully me with her. Oh yeah, Nixie's nuts. Now I don't know. Adam,
but does he do streams on you? Because if it's
no, he don't. But what I'm saying is because it's because of Israel. Basically.
Yeah, but people look. The reason I don't want to take sides with that, right?
No, I don't expect you to. I'm just
be truthful.
Is
because there's big divisions on the right in what people believe, and I'm not going to take sides of one or the other. But I do agree with you. It's cuntish to argue over it. But if it's one-on-one, you know, you've got to be able to take the punches and give.
But you know, I can look after myself.
I do. And I think you do, Nixie, to be fair.
I do. But it's when the rats turn up.
But if you're saying
together,
that he's doing live streams on you every day and all that, then I think that's wrong. But
well, it is, yeah.
That Helen, she's well in with Simon.
Yeah, I know. He tried to defend her. I know a lot more than I do look out, but I give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, I still listen. When you show me yourself, then I'm going to act on it. But I'm asking Simon to come forward and explain that comment now. Really, you know, while we're talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Because he did say, "I've been told I'm not allowed to speak to Nixie." I think Simon does like me, but he's conflicted because of his group, whatever group that is. That's my disclaimer. Like, you know what I'm saying, Jukes? But yeah, I see what's going on. I do see, you know, and like you, and I do, like I told you that, and I've said to Bleeding off on the side, you know, when we fill out before. Listen, I respect you, you know, the fact that you called the shit out, and you actually fell out with Easy at the time, and he came for you, and you didn't know me from Adam. That, you know, that's always stayed with me. That goes.
Well,
I
wouldn't take sides. So what it was is,
yeah,
I wouldn't take sides. And even though Moon had fell out with me, I've made it clear, even though you stuck up for her, that I didn't know you from Adam, and I wasn't gonna not talk to you because you'd only come in to say on one side of a story, and I was quite well aware of that. So
yeah, and the whole Penny thing, it was like she made me think you, like I heard you afterwards say she asked you on the side, like, do you want me to tell people? So but she was making out. Do you know what I mean? Like it was you that was saying, no, we're not talking about Penny. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I got that kind of impression from. But honestly, when I say hand on my heart, because I do always want the best, I actually wanted you two to sort it out. I didn't want to come there.
No way. And I'll tell you what, not
yeah,
now.
I get that now. But that's what that
Listen,
night.
I'm very forgiving, right? I'm very forgiving because I was raised as a Christian, right? And I was taught that you turn the other cheek. I'm not the sort of like Old Testament Christian. I'm the you're meant to turn the other cheek and everything, right?
Yeah.
But I was also raised by parents that come from the East End.
Yeah.
That said, you know, someone clumps you clump them back. So I do give long ropes, but once you step over that line, that's it. It's split.
Oh no, like not now. But I'm just saying, back then when I jumped on, I really did want you to kind of like, I wasn't there to create a thingy. I just thought, okay, I'm going to help Moon say this because maybe she's too. That's really where I was coming from. But I wanted you to, when I said,
listen, what Moon did that day after I had Hell and Gal, Hell and Tony.
Helen Gower, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Hell, but I meant Hell and Tony.
Yeah, we know.
She could have caused, well, she did actually cause trouble for Hell because Clanwell then jumped straight on that. And then people were trolling a 71-year-old woman, right? Now, Hell, I've got a lot of respect for. She stood up in the face of a lot of stuff, right? She's had people go around her house and everything. That's what she come on the show to talk about.
Right.
And I'm talking about serious people, not fucking knobheads, right?
No, yeah.
I mean, she
gangs
stood up.
of Muslims.
And it would be at that level. Yeah. I can imagine.
Have Moon put somebody in a position like, then say to me, oh, so you're going to take your new friends. I've known fucking Tony and Hell very, very long time. I just never ever put out there I know and what I know and who I'm talking to and what people are saying to me because it's nobody else's business, quite frankly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why should you have to? You see, what I thought, because I wasn't there a lot. You didn't see me on street. It was very, very kind of like superficial. Hi, goodbye. I've spoken to you, Wendy, far more than I've ever. I don't really know Moon. She always used to say, "This is my good friend Nixy." I didn't really know her, but it was just really from the earlier days.
That's the impression we all got that she was your best mate. She'd known you years. She told us you'd known her years.
No, I'd known her since like Zero News when he started going live. We met there. And when someone does, like, she was one of the ones that called Penny out, and I kind of appreciate that. But I only ever saw that surface level. I just thought she was an old woman. I thought, why are these guys just trolling her? And, I think you've gotten to know me, but, like, I'm outspoken, and if I think something's wrong...
Did you know that she had this same problem with Busker?
Yeah, she fell out with Busker. Now, I remember when that happened. It was around, I remember when it happened, she teamed up with Maz, who's now Pixie, against Penny.
So, Nixie, can I just say, before you go into detail, which I will want to listen to, but...
Yeah.
And it's
Good
funny,
night, Thanks for coming.
And it's funny, everyone she's fell out with and she smears and slanders is on the right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I've not looked
into
it like that now,
right.
but I will start looking into... Yeah, and isn't it funny? She hasn't really got an opinion either politically, has she? She doesn't really
she
say
pretends
too much.
She does.
Yeah,
she
but doesn't
ever... just enough to make you think that she agrees. But then she'll go on a live stream and go, I don't fucking care about Tommy Robinson or Tommy Tars. Oh, I'm nothing to do with them. I'm nothing to do with it. I'm better than all of them. That's the attitude she's got.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that Swindle Squad in a bit. Swindle Squad, while I remember, is, I don't know if you saw a post, because when I realised, at first I thought it's Helen James, because she's been following me everywhere. Then I I remember Lucy in the Sky. That was most 100% Penny. All I'm saying is I don't expect you to be arguing. No. Just be careful. Be careful. I know those two speak practically every night. I know what Penny's like. She's the love bot. Make sure she's got a little useful idiots all in a row. You know what I mean?
I'm not arguing with Penny. I've got no reason to argue with Penny.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying she was in that chat trolling that day.
Yeah, no, I know.
Just be aware. Just like I'm saying, I know. Yeah,
but I'm not going to get involved in that, and
yeah.
I'm not arguing with Penny.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know that Moon tried. Look, what Moon does is have troll shields, and at the moment she's got her claws into Easy. It's sad.
Oh, it is, especially when I heard a bit of what you said.
He wants to tell people it ain't true, so let them get on with it.
Well, I did catch a little bit of what you said earlier on today on your live, and it kind of made me think. But I've still got to call it out, Moon, because sorry, God, sorry, that was an offensive thing to say. Then.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
I've got to call it out.
Yeah,
no, like, but it did kind of because I do have a heart, like you do. You know, I think we're both similar in that way. You know, like that mother. I just thought when I heard what he'd kind of. But at the end of the day, he's still willing to throw my name out there, right? Just God forbid, say if he did have credibility and loads of people believed him, or furthermore, I actually got, you know, like, I don't know, fucking people turn up at my, you just don't know, right?
The thing is for me, Nixy, right, I just want to move away from them because I don't want their mess, because then my mess reverberates onto other people.
Right.
And I'm making better connections now, and I don't need their shit.
I heard, yeah. I want to hear that thing with Jedi.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
I don't need
you don't want to be in. Yeah, you just want to get on with the political stuff because this stuff fucking consumes you. You get dragged down, and I totally get that. And I feel like I'm getting that, and it's putting out fires all the time rather than talking about fucking stuff, you know, that you want to talk about, but. These allegations are very fucking that slanderous. I have to do. Do you know what I mean? I have to. You know what I mean? You find yourself in that position, but you don't want to have to do this. I've not even fucking been to Easy's live streams.
I know.
But the thing is, he's done the same. He's done the same thing as what thing he did to Dupes. Yeah, he's put me in there, and then saying that you're grass. Do you know what I mean? That can go to anyone. People can go on YouTube and say Danny Roscoe. That comes up because that'll be the newest thing because it's in the title. And then they listen to that, and then it's saying about how you're grass. They can then say, "Oh, who's this Nixy person?" And then you're in a situation where you don't know about it. I don't know about it because it's just random people picking up off a stream.
Yeah,
but it's all about it's all because Nixie. It's all because Moon's fell out with you. So they've got to go after you. They've got to go after Dave because she feels Dave went at her daughter. You know,
awful, isn't
people had to go after Penny Pig, as she used to call her, because she felt that Penny Pig went after her daughter. You know, people. She had to go.
But she actually did, though. She actually did. I've got like she Penny's worse than Moon. I will say that much. Like I don't know. Like I know Penny calls the old Bill for a lot of things, but she's also under investigation. But there's no. Them two matching up together, just be careful is what I will say. Penny wanted this, make no mistake. If she didn't, Moon would never have said anything because out of the two of them, trust me, Moon's more of the submissive. Penny's got her dangling. And trust me on that. I mean, you've got Swindle there who's in the side chat that knows a lot about Penny. She's been... Just be careful. The fact that you literally called her out because you remember what happened with Mark Collette because she makes out... I don't know why she's still trying to make out she's not racist when she's in John West's every night, fucking as a member. But, you know, it happened. Even Simon Lord did actually say, I remember that. But because you said that, that's it. Because all I said was she's bossy. And ever since we've rowed. Well, I've never spoken to her. But all I'm saying is, that was her in the side chat. She's very aware. And her and Moon will have been talking. Let's go in there. Trust me. That would have happened. So, but anyway, I don't want to have time for this shit. But unfortunately, they just keep pulling me back.
I'm not arguing with Penny. I'm not even arguing with Moon.
Oh, God, don't. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But just, it's like, today, like, why did she drop that conversation? I don't know why. And I didn't even know.
Who done that?
When Moon dropped the conversation and that awful picture as well, look how nasty she is. So that conversation between me, you and her, why did she even fucking do that? Like, I only found out about that through you when you went live. That's when I decided I need to pipe up here, you know. But why did she even drop that? She did a live stream, what, over a week ago now, having a rant about you. It's all gone down. You went straight back to your politics, ignored it. Right thing to do. And yeah, and then she's dropped that out of like, why? Like, what has that conversation got to do with anything?
Well, she's trying to make out that it's the evidence that says that I don't know anybody, but I don't know her that well.
No,
so
you don't know her that well. I remember when you did.
She's trying to say that I'm a hypocrite because about 2 years ago,
yeah,
I said that I did know her quite well to somebody when she come into a stream.
Right. Well,
that's because she was at the time. She was coming in my stream.
I remember.
And I was like, oh, she's all right. I know her quite well because you do when someone's coming in and out your stream. You say, oh, they seem to. Well,
she's always really polite as well, and hi, yeah. I remember that.
But then I started to realise a bit of flaky behaviour, and I just moved away. She moved away. There was no argument.
She got funny when you used one of her thingies.
Yeah,
that's mine. I actually remember watching that as well.
Yeah,
not lying.
There was no argument over it. I just apologised and said, "Oh, sorry, I apologise. I thought that was the agreement." She'd already used my live stream, by the way.
Yeah, that's the characteristic right there.
And I was like, "Okay, no problem." You know what I mean? I'm not like that. I moved away. I modded her, and left it, and she drifted off her own way.
Yeah,
and then long time later, years later, that live stream that Moon's on, and I'll say I don't even know Penny that well. Well,
you don't really.
Because I haven't spoken to her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that, and you're absolutely you're not lying about that at all. It was just her jumping in, love bombing you, pretending to be this really I remember because I watched her on Reels when you invited her. She's like making this claim, I've got mixed race family, when she hasn't really, Jupiter. She hasn't really. And I know me and Danny have this thing about half caste, but most mixed race people will not refer to themselves as half caste. She don't. Her family don't talk to her apparently. Anyway, it's right. Like, but she came on Reels, didn't she? So you met her briefly then. And I don't think she could handle it, those kind of areas, because she likes other people.
And then she come over and she was talking about James Goddard, and I said I didn't really follow him. She said that she used to be a mod on his.
She was a mod on everyone's,
And but funny enough, Moon used to go over there, but she's now denying
she
that.
Was over there, and that's why I came in as well on your live stream to say you're right. That's what maybe. I had to back that up because she did. So did Lodger. So did fucking Lils. They all went. So did Candy Cane.
All of them.
All of them. Yep.
DW,
and that's right.
Yeah.
So when we all ended up over on that Tony Martin's was around that time. Busker fell out with him. Remember, he used to do those live streams going around London. And you know what Busker's like? Everyone. John Lawrence was in there. Well, that Tony Martin's. But apparently I'm an NF member, according to Moon. And she fucking knows damn well. There was other people. Even Ginger Tony was in there. I think I was having a go at her.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, Nixy. Listen. Moon's been round in these groups further right than I've ever been, right?
Yeah.
I can honestly say that. You won't have found me.
I remember when you briefly went on England's. I remember that briefly.
England's and Streets for a little while, but not for long, right?
Yeah.
But all the other ones, no.
Yeah.
I've always been sort of like, because
you sticked over on Reels,
Sullivan and Streets and Ralph, they didn't like me because I wouldn't renounce Tommy. And I would always say, listen, I'm willing to talk to anybody on the right. I'm not going to be prejudiced.
Yeah.
But I like Tommy. I support Tommy, and that's it. You're not going to... And they kept saying, oh, forget about him. He's no good for this, that, and the other. That's when these people were trying to infiltrate, I think.
Yeah, I do remember a bit, because I thought, I wonder how this is going to go. You know, like, I'd catch bits here and there, because I actually liked England. I did like, I didn't spend a lot of time. I don't have to have the same politics as all these people to, do you know what I mean?
Well, they went off. They went off to TikTok. I think they're on TikTok. I think.
Oh, are they? Because do you know what the funny thing is? He's got mixed race kid, hasn't he? After all that, he's got a mixed race child.
England's got 2 mixed race kids.
Yeah.
From his first marriage. Yeah.
Right, it's funny. And then James Goddard has as well, hasn't he? Or he's got half. Is it half
He's
Indian?
got half Indian. One.
Isn't it funny how it works out? It's crazy, actually. You know, like it's funny. It does. It kind of tickles me.
But well, that's why that's why I could never go to the extreme right. But that doesn't mean that I don't agree with them on things like the immigration levels now, or
yeah. That's my whole point.
A lot of the stuff. Do you know what
Come
I mean?
together on the things you do agree on. Because Easy seems to have a problem with that, doesn't he? Did you hear in the live stream he's saying, like, another point he made to Den was, she doesn't like Tommy, she calls Tommy Tards. Yeah, the people that behave like that, I will call Tommy Tards. The ones that just go,
but so does Moon. The live stream yesterday, Prince.
Yeah, Den, yeah. Big up Den, all day long, man. I was like, he literally sucker punched him every time he tried to bring a valid point up, which he didn't. But thank God he did jump up there, like, because it's horrible when you've got someone that's blatantly fucking lying, especially something as serious as that. It's just not nice. It's just thank God that he's not a credible person, because I just think it's a really disgusting character trait that someone can have, that they would literally fucking run with something like that, knowing it could have repercussions. Someone would be like, Cheryl, let's go and fuck it. You know what I mean? Turn up at my door. Do you know what I mean? You never know. Like, look, I can handle myself, but you just all just been tagged with that. It's just disgusting. It's fucking
luckily enough for me that as many, there might be an handful of people that fucking hate me, but there's just as many that like me, and they've seen me at rallies and stuff, and they know that I'm not a fucking. Yeah, they know they've seen me in real person, and lucky enough, you know, that's But a lot of what they do could have, and like I said, what Moon did the day after. Listen, my granddaughter had just been born. I got a text message. I went on mute, went off to make the phone call to congratulate them, see the baby, you know, like they show it on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Show her, actually. It sounds awful, doesn't it? But the baby at the time, you know. And
they do kind of look like it's at that when they're newborn, don't they?
And I come back to find Moon in the side chat slagging off Dave.
Yeah.
And silence. And I said, where's Moon gone? And they said she's just told us that she's gone to open at 8. And I thought they were joking. She then went on to deny that for months.
Yeah, she did, because she denied it to me. And I said, yeah, this is ridiculous, people saying that. I just thought it was just people trolling. I honestly did. But then again, more for me, I was in and out very soon. I didn't see the continuous what was going on.
Listen, she's making out she's upset with what I said about Lady D, and don't get me wrong, it was disgusting.
She's not upset about that at all. She ain't,
I know she's not. She told someone herself to dig up their loved one out the grave and shag it.
Yeah, you know, lucky people know, and there are footprints on here that show exactly what she is, you know. You know, I didn't like what you said about it. You know, I said that I think you'll be, when you come down.
No, I know that. I'm not trying to excuse what I said. I'm just making the point.
But her making a moral fucking, and you know, I've always liked Ghost, but it's because of that's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I've actually got together stuff that her going, you know, being quite racist towards Rashma. I know you don't, but look, let's make no mistake. This bitch is just using now like Ghost and just.
Oh, she hated Rashma because Rashma said to her, "Your daughter should be thrown off a roof or something."
Yeah. Yep, there you go. But Moon has said some very nasty things, but she's also been racially charged with them as well. So, like, for her to be on this moral high ground, come on now. Let's not get it damn well twisted, man. And another thing that I'm going to question about the daughter, I don't like to bring it up, but she brings it up all the time. Why is she with, like, you know, partners with Penny? Penny was the one who actually went on the Facebook and got the details of the daughter, then passed it all around. You know, the troll team that she used to be in, they actually sent it to me. I said, I don't want this, because I said, oh, who's that now? Is that supposed to be a picture of me? Because that's what I'm so used to Penny, you know, sending channel owners, you know, don't talk to her, and that's not a pair, and, you know, all that. And I said, is that supposed to? And he's like, no, that's Moon's daughter. I said, oh, no, I don't want that. And I won't. No matter what she has said about me, I just won't do it. I won't do it. And people have asked me for it. I won't do it. I know she would do it to me, because I saw her try to do it to me, because my PlayStation name is a boy's name, right? And it used to be my son's account. But it's not my son's fucking name. You don't think I'd be that dumb. She's gone into a side chat going, who's such and such, right? And it's a very kind of Joe Blogs type name. Yeah, anyway. But I thought, oh, I see what you're trying to do here, Moon. And then the way she refers to my real name as well, you know? Not that my name Nixy is too dissimilar from it, but just the way she moves, and then she goes on acting all this, like, you know, moral high ground. Come on now. You know, it just makes me sick. It really makes me sick because I just...
Who's Swindle Squad? Because they're saying earlier that she dropped pictures of her own kid and went into details, or were they talking about someone else?
They're talking about Penny, not Moon. It's Penny, isn't it? Yeah, that's how I know Swindle. They replied to my thing about, you know, the Lucy in the sky. What I'm saying to you, Dupes, and I know, just ignore it, but what I am saying to you, there is no way that live stream, in fact, I guarantee Penny would have egged that on because it brought her name up and it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but whether she did or didn't, it doesn't matter because I'm not arguing with Penny.
Exactly,
so...
ignore that. Yeah, just move away from that, definitely. But what I'm just bringing you, just know the score, just know what's going on here.
Oh, no, definitely. That was to try and bring Penny in so that Penny would argue. But listen, I ain't doing that no more. If you haven't noticed, Nixie, I'm not hardly going back at anyone. It's only when it really gets to a point, I fucking just put them in their place and just move on. But this had to be done because she deliberately chose a live stream to bring up Ginger Tony and Hell Gower again. And I'm not having their name smeared because of what we did.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And like, I did see, obviously I haven't watched every live stream, but anytime I have seen it and her name's been brought up, you tried, I ain't got a problem with you, Moon, you're welcome over here. And I thought, like, bloody hell, you're being really patient, you know what I mean? But Moon, I just had, you know, when you don't have to be next to someone to feel the energy. I just knew something was cooking. I fucking knew it, Jukes. I knew it. I could feel it, and boom, when I heard she'd gone live, because I never check her channel, it must have been a couple of days after, I never catch it on the live. I actually haven't listened to it the whole way through. Like, she's done about 4 live streams with me, my name, accusing me of these things. I know Nick's, what the fuck, I haven't even been watching this bitch, man.
She won't let go until she's got somebody else she's pissed off with.
I haven't even, like, it literally, the first live stream, it took me about 2 weeks to find out she'd gone live about, like, and I still haven't replied back to it. Do you know what I mean? It's only now they've ramped it up, accusing me of shit like this, and I'm like, whoa. No, I've got to go live now because I'm trying to do the same as you. Look, just fucking ignore it, you know?
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I'd ignore them. And I'll tell you for why, right? I mean, every now and again go back and push it back, but I wouldn't too often because that's what they want. They've got no content.
Yeah.
They've got no content. Their content
nothing
is
to
other
say.
people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's the only time she gets any views, isn't it? So she got her 5 minutes of fame when she did that on you. And she did that to Kitty, yeah? Now, you know, seems like Kitty may be a bit like me. You know, Marmite, like me or hate me on here, right? But like I say, I take people as I find them. Kitty's always been polite to me. Seems like she's had a raw deal on here. She might not be, she might, let's say, eccentric
Moon
or whatever.
picks up vulnerable people.
Right. But Moon went over to Kitty, right? When she fell out with her, she became persona non grata over here. Yeah, basically, she's kind of done over here. There's only a few people that fucking deal with her, right? So she went over to Kitty, but before she went to Kitty, I'd actually seen comments under her videos where she'd said, I think this was about before we fell out. I don't encourage her over here. She's a fucking weirdo. I don't like her. I thought, well, that's a bit harsh. Like, what's Kitty done to her? But I didn't say anything. But I remember it. So when she's gone over, snaking over to Kitty, I thought, this ain't going to end well. And what a fucking, this just, again, it shows me what a fucking bitch she is. And then what do you know? Through Kitty's community, she finds that fucking Mongo guy and the fucking bird Kayley, yeah, who are dumb enough to believe that she's one of the nicest people on YouTube. And then she stabbed Kitty in the back. And then Kitty, I don't know if you know, she had a mental breakdown and ended up in hospital. And I was fucking worried about her. Big time.
No, I don't have nothing to do with
it was awful. I don't really. It's if she's live, I'm subbed. I see her live, I'll pop in and go, hi Kitty, but I don't stick around to see what's going on. Kind of the thing that I did with Moon, really. I don't know the ins and outs.
Kitty's got a lot of trolls, so I tried to swerve.
She has. Grown men, by the way, which is quite concerning. But Moon, even after her, like, and I saw her losing it on, it wasn't a joke. She's calling Kitty a lie. I just thought, how can you be so fucking nasty? And even just nastiness. It really shows people's characters. Yeah, I've seen enough to know she's a wrong un. But Swindle, was you saying that was Moon talking about her kid? Hang on, because I've only met Swindle recently, but they've made some really good points under videos. I thought, well, this person knows these people. So yeah, that's true. Her daughter is. Hang on. Yeah. So who are you saying that dropped the pic? Because I've got it on audio that Penny dropped the pictures into the troll team and said, have a look. In fact, I've got the recording. I'm going to put it up of Penny laughing about it. Yeah, that's what she really
see
thinks.
all this. I'm not.
You don't want to
having
get.
a go
I know.
at
I just feel
but
like I need to
all
clap
this
back.
petty stuff. I'm not
Yeah,
really
it is petty.
that
It is petty, but
interested. I know that sounds
trust me,
horrible.
I'm not either. But
It's
when I've
it's
got these idiots following me
when
around,
when they
right?
start attacking you for the
Yeah.
political stuff, then I start taking notice.
Well, this is what I am though.
Yeah,
because they're sending
Because I think
messages to
they're
channels.
silencing
Yeah.
people from
They are.
talking, but a lot of it is jealousy as well, you know.
Well, yeah, I know that Penny's a very jealous person. Helen, I just think she ain't the full fucking ticket. But the first time I met her, she threatened to call the old bill on me for literally. I've not been anti-Semitic, right? People have been fucking just downright fucking towards Muslims, whatever. But I think I've come up 2 panels and approached it. Just seems, excuse me, I'm eating, it's really rude. But it just seems to me you can talk about black, white, pink, blue, anything, but you mention Jews, and I don't know if it's because we've been conditioned this way. People are like, oh my God, she said the J word. Do you know what I mean? So she's in the side chat. One of the first times I started coming on Vellies, and do you know what? I just banked her name. I thought, right, so I don't like Karens, and I don't like the old Bill being involved. I've always said that. I just don't. And I just thought to myself, that girl, when she meets Penny, they're going to fucking team up and have a field day because they're very similar. And yeah, they do. But she literally, if I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and maybe I go into someone's chat, she turns up everywhere I fucking go, mate. So yeah, it's kind of become personal. Trust me, if I bumped into her, oh my God. Because you could just deal with things and people would, like I was saying to my sister today, can you imagine, like, when they weren't
Moon
CCTV?
don't like the woman. Moon told me that the woman's got videos of her breastfeeding.
Oh yeah, the guinea pig. Yeah, she has.
Guinea pigs.
She has.
Right?
She has.
Then she told me that the woman has had an affair on her husband and she thinks it's disgusting.
Oh, she's all over fapping. She's loads of blokes.
She told me. I mean, I don't know whether this stuff's
true. Yeah,
true
it's
or
true.
not.
It's true. Yeah, it is true.
Moon told me that what do you call it? Oh, what was it to do with the girl? Oh, I can't remember. Loads of stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, people must have. I think Den said something like he's got recordings because back then I didn't record anyone. You know what I mean? I want that. But I'm seeing you have to do that shit now because people are literally barefaced liars on here. But she literally used to go live every other week talking about fucking Penny. Penny. She made out that I was the one that took her over to she found the American side by herself. I thought, what the fuck is Moon doing over here? She's on the panels talking about Penny. But now Penny's the best thing since sliced bread. It just shows you how flaky this woman is, and not to be trusted or believed. A word this woman fucking says, she's dangerous. And it looks like there's not any low that she won't go to, really, from what I'm seeing, Jupiter. Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck them. I'm gonna.
That's what I was
anyway.
saying. I was saying to my sister, if this, honestly, and I don't like to say.
Are you there tomorrow, Danny?
Where are you going tomorrow?
I don't know if I can, I will. Because I went to the hospital today, didn't I? About my ankle, and now what happened? This is madness. So it's totally off subject, right? But
yeah.
I'm absolutely fuming, right? So I was having treatment on my ligament, right? But they were treating the wrong one. Yeah. So I'm walking about with my ligament busted. And the other day, I pulled my foot, and it went a massive pop, and it's my ligament is totally gone now. So
is
I'm
it your
back
cruise
in the
ship?
boot.
Your cruise
no,
ship?
it's my ATFL.
ATFL, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I know a bit about this area.
So I'm in the boot, so I don't know if I'm going to go up tomorrow or not. I'm going to try to, but it depends.
Have you seen a podiatrist or anything?
Yeah, I was meant to be going tomorrow, but I can't now. So
you might want to see a specialist.
Yeah, I'm gonna have surgery on it now.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah.
So
cool.
I'm just waiting for that now.
Oh,
yeah,
you didn't
Hector was going to drive me up, but he got called into work, so I can't now. Some of it, I could still go by train.
What is
that,
it tomorrow? What am I missing? See, oh my god, what's
Tommy's
Tommy,
court
Tommy.
case. Tommy's court case.
Right, okay, no comment. See, I hope you appreciate how nice I was to you when it came out. I was like, oi, Tommy.
Babsy's not going. So I
Right.
thought, fucking hell, there's a lot of people that were going to go that ain't going.
I'm shocked
you know.
Babs ain't going, to be honest. Bloody hell.
No, she's got had something at the last minute. Tom at the last minute's got. So I thought, oh fuck it, I'll leave it and wait till September. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know there's the one on the 28th of June, but I ain't going to that.
I see. I haven't caught up with all of this, to be honest. I need to get back on
I've got other things to be doing on that day.
So what is it? What's he going into court for this time? I've actually met a really nice guy called PP. I'll actually ask him to because he really. Me and PP met, argued, we fell out straight away. We get on brilliant now. He's a nice guy. See, that's what I was saying to Easy. Adults are able to have opposing views and get on, for fuck's sake. Because he's saying, yeah, but she don't like Tommy. I'm like, oh my God, really? So because I don't like Tommy, you're blaming me for being
but
a
nor
grass?
does Moon. Listen, I actually think Moon dislikes Tommy more than you do.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that, Jupiter, now that I've heard tonight. I was starting to think there's something wrong. Yeah, put it that way.
Listen, if I put out, I don't think you ever heard it, Nixy, right? You know when you come on and defended her, I don't think you're aware that she did a vile rant. But because I sided with Tony and Hell and myself, defended myself, but basically she was smearing me.
No,
she done a vile rant, a massive rant.
That's what I mean. I jumped on uninformed. I don't normally do that.
If I was to send that to you would be shocked.
Yeah, shit. I just thought she was a broken-hearted because I always thought she looked up to you, and I thought she just felt crushed. And I thought, I can't watch this. I need to get on there to. That's really where I was coming from. I don't like to get on panels, but I didn't know the half of it, did I? Didn't know the fucking full.
No, nothing to
I
do
felt
with
like an idiot.
Yeah. And now when I look back and I see how many groups she's been in, I just think, was she?
What's going
getting
on
in Telegram groups and spying? I mean,
she is, yeah.
She's the one who says, oh, she knows everything about Clan World because she was in there. Well, that means that she was Clan World then, yeah.
Something dodgy going on.
This is what I mean. She was in with the Clan World. She was in with the Clan World, right? So she knows all about Prevent and Hope Not Hate because Clown World is Hope Not Hate. Yeah, he worked for Hope Not Hate.
She tries to deny it.
So she knows exactly how to do these types of things. And then she was able enough to say, "Do you know what? Yeah, that's what I did." She hadn't denied what she's saying. She hasn't denied
back
anything.
chat in the private chat, but that's just something for you to think about. I just thought of it, but I thought I won't say it publicly. It just makes you wonder, yeah. Because make no mistake, there definitely are groups and all that fucking bullshit, and but I never. She was, I don't know. It just kind of makes you feel a bit icky, doesn't it, when you've been nice or I don't know. But something's just not right for someone to do what she did and the way that she fucking did it, and what she's doing now. It's just beyond, and it doesn't make sense to me. Easy's just an idiot, and I would definitely not encourage that. Like I say about Kayley, you know my thoughts on Kayley. I know she's done a lot worse to you, but if someone's struggling mentally, just ignore it. That was my thoughts about that Daniel son that you guys don't know. I don't think people should pile up on him. Just ignore him, and that's why I bigged that JOJ up. Now you remember JOJ because you got pissed off with him. I think on my panel, Juice. Remember that guy? And you was like, I think you
I
said
met him on. Where did I meet him? Was it
on my panel? Remember? And John Smith was on. John Smith was on.
And then he said he'll come over because whenever I meet somebody new,
you met him over mine first. Yeah.
Start off from the point of
right. Yeah.
What politics they are. But it soon became apparent to me that he was an oversensitive snowflake, and I lost my temper, didn't I?
You lost your temper. At that point, I left. I left,
and I threw him off, and then I thought, oh, I better go and sort it out with him.
Well, I missed
that one. So I just went over and I apologised. I said, look, I've been hitting hard on you, and smoothed it over with him. Thank fuck I did. Apparently, he's reporting everyone left, right, and centre.
Well, yeah, and I have said I disagree with this. I have said, and he said, like. look, there are going to be all sorts, and there are going to be people that actually pretend that they don't, that do on here, yeah. So I guess at least you know what you see is what you get with him. You know the score. There are people I think that probably we should be even more worried about that pretend they absolutely don't. But yeah, we should be able to talk and disagree politically, and still be able to fucking just okay, live side by side, even on these streets, without fucking having to scuffle all the time and fucking. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be best friends with these people. I just bigged him up in the sense that he called that Dan out, and that was it. But Easy's now saying she bigged him up for calling the old bill. No, I told him I don't agree with that. But in terms of the Dan thing, yeah, I agreed with him. Like that was I didn't like it, but everyone knows that. The channel owner knows that. There is a live stream if I have to do it, but this is how these people will take a little thing and try and twist it now.
Yeah,
do you know
but
what I mean?
Nixie, I wouldn't worry. Luckily enough, no one listens to Easy.
Well, yeah, thankfully though, isn't it? Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, it just seems that Moon is only capable of getting, I don't know, but idiots to, yeah, say no more. Yeah, but yeah, keep your eyes open, guys. I certainly will now. Yeah, I certainly will. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I knew something was cooking.
brewing.
I could feel
it. I could feel it.
I could see the ducks being lined up anyway. I mean, all of a sudden she was taking an interest in Velly, and that was a bit weird. And
yeah, but apparently she threatened to grasp Velly up or something. Den was saying he's got the video.
Yeah,
see what I mean? Yeah.
Well, Velly says something about trans and her daughter, didn't he?
Yeah, but consistency matters.
By the look of it, she's a trans activist undercover.
So how come she's so pally with the person that actually got her fucking daughter's pick out there? Because the thing is, if she's a trans activist, let's not forget Empress Janet. Tranit, she used to call her. Come on now. See, I don't know if it's that cut and dry, because I couldn't be friends with someone that I know, and she's heard the voice of Penny laughing, yeah, about it. I think that's why Paris doesn't like Penny, because he heard her being.
So do you think her being upset about her daughter is just an excuse then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, from my observation, absolutely, it's a weapon. Her daughter is a weapon. Look at
what Mandy Moses does. She ain't Jewish, but she always used to say, "Oh, you're only doing that because I'm Jewish." Do you know what I mean? Everything
to silence you.
Yeah, weaponized. Used to be you're a Nazi. You only saying that because she said it to me. I used to call her. I said that her granddad was Oswald Mosley, which I truly believe. 100%. And she'd say, "Oh, you're only saying that because I'm Jewish, and you know that he's against the Jews and all that." And it's kind of like if they can get some type.
As soon as you mention that as well, it's very powerful, isn't it? It
exactly.
Shuts you down.
If they get something like that can be shut down instantly, then the conversation stops. That's like a white person talking about race, and a black person says you're a racist. That's the conversation shut down.
But she really exposed herself in the end anyway, sitting there with Simon Lord drunk late at night on the phone.
I remember that. But you see, I've blocked her straight away, so I don't see what she gets up to. Maybe, but someone has said to me, that's one person.
She said, and only somebody that's ever had a mixed child would know this, right? Mm-hmm. Her sister had a mixed child. Mm-hmm. And she said the father went to the hospital after the sister gave birth and went, "See, I told you the baby's white because it never had blue cuticles or the Mongol mark." Only somebody that's ever had a mixed child would know what that is.
Yeah, a Mongolian blue spot. Yeah.
So it probably was a true story. And then the father beat up the father of her sister's baby.
Oh, because he's black.
Well, she says it's because he was committing domestic violence, but apparently he was beat more than once within an inch of his life.
Oh, Mosley, indeed. The thing is, you see, maybe I should not have. I haven't seen Mandy for ages. We just don't get on.
And listen, and when the sister wanted to get back with him for the sake of the kid, the family all refused her. And she basically brought up her sister's kid. And I just thought, you can't.
What?
You can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit tragic, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Well, you know that.
well, I'm going to jump off anyway. Sorry, I'm going to jump off because
Danny, thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you.
Danny, let me know the date of that live stream you want, and I'll look through and see if I've got it.
Danny, can you do me a favour before we go? Look into the camera and say, "Easy, Nixy did not grass on me. Stop lying." I need that soundbite.
Nixy, you ready? Easy.
Yeah. Do you know what I think? I think there's a collection of them that include. I think it's the same core group, Danny, but they've added some extra people, basically.
Of course. Yeah. They've gone off into the distance because they've been exposed, and now they're trying to get other people.
Right. Yes. Right.
That's all it is. We exposed the first group. Now it's the second group to do it. Then it'll be another group. Then it'll be another group.
You won't be able to stop them because they keep getting fucking paid. You see?
Let them do it.
Yeah.
They know we're going to take. They know. Listen. They know that Jupes is the queen of YouTube. They know that you are the.
I'm the scrapper.
You're a fighter of YouTube. Do you know what I mean? And I'm the blackface for white supremacy.
I like to think I'm honest as well. Like I am. Like what you see is what you get. There's no fucking ulterior motive, and definitely no fucking Babylon business involving me. But yeah, definitely keep our eyes open.
One thing as well, Jupes. Put that thing in the back. Your thing. You did something today, didn't you? With what's that?
I want to see that Jedi.
Where can I find it? Jedi.
Oh, Jedi Online.
I've got to see that. Yeah, please.
Yeah, let me get it for you. Jedi Online.
Yeah.
I did that.
Did you see that Khan's still trolling my dad, by the way, right? So this is again, so I don't really look at ghost streams, by the way. So I just seem to catch things. I don't always catch your streams, but I seem to catch them at the right time because as soon as I'm hearing all this and I'm about to be played on your fucking, do you know what I mean? It's like I seem to, and yeah, as soon as I tuned in, within about 2 minutes, I've heard Khan go, "Can you put me on the big screen?" And you know he's got that Cheddar Man, that he trolled me. Where's my Nixy? And he started laughing. Now that's meant to be my dad, where's my Nixy?
I did tell him though.
So my point is, okay, with the, why has no one pulled him up? What you said, I'm not going to harp on it, was disgusting. Yeah, and but he's done it, and he's premeditatedly done it, and he's going on with it. But anyway, that's what I'll say. Yeah, like he's continuing to do it, and it's fucking disgusting. I'd love to knock that bastard out. Do you know what I mean?
Right, there it is in the back.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, yeah. Like still doing it. Like I haven't even been over there. Do you know what I mean? This is how.
Do you know what, Danny? I'd like to see you go on there because I know in the past you were gonna, and then I think you got waylaid. But I think you're ready for that now, more than ready.
Yeah, so I don't really like Jedi.
Do you know what? When I spoke to him, I did want to have another conversation
with him
because
lady,
he's one of the people who got me thinking, who took me down a path, and I knew he was taking me down the path, and then at the end he switched it, right? And it just makes you think. It's not like a low IQ kind of conversation that you just back. It actually was making me think all the time about like challenging my views, like. Actually, that's a fair point, but then
that's why I like him because he is quite educated and he has got his own views, but that doesn't mean he's a weird one because he's not really right wing or left wing. He doesn't like all the wokeism, but at the same time, he's a bit of an anarchist. He believes that to be free, everyone should truly be free, and that we shouldn't really have authoritarian people around us at all. So it is interesting.
Yeah, because the authority that we have around us are our enemies. Let's make no mistake about that. They're controlled by high level Freemasons and all that. That's another story. But yeah, it's interesting. But I don't know if you remember the first time I came over to Jedi's, and I just felt it was a bit too opinionated for me. And if I didn't leave, we were going to get in a scrap. So I just said I haven't been back. I think I told him that as I ain't coming back.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Have you ever had somebody in the? It's like an army sergeant. My dad was very much like it, so that's why I can deal with it. But my dad respected you if you had a stiff upper lip, if you could hold your own and things like that. Yeah. And Jedi kind of has that sort of like the first few times he meets you, he pushes you to your boundaries to see what you're made of. And if you don't act afraid of him or simp or You can
Oh,
hold your own. He starts giving you respect.
so it's mind games, like Black Cooler was saying.
Mhm.
It's,
Mind games.
I don't even know if he's. I don't even know if he's subconsciously doing it, but that's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, no, see, no, I know you're not getting on with Ellie, but I just always felt more comfortable over there. You know, I'm the
Yeah,
Belly
but Belly's
Defence League.
Yeah, but he's low. He's low.
In that
Belly's
sense.
weak.
Yeah.
Belly's weak. I'm sorry he is, and he never used to be this weak, and he's been a comedian. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Cool.
you know,
Anyway,
like,
people,
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
listening.
Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna be
before
listening.
you go, Danny,
But
let
big
me
up the
know
Belly
though if
Defence
you
League.
do.
I should
If you
put yeah,
do
go on.
want to be put in touch with him, because I'll put the feelers out for you, and then
Yeah, do it. It's always good. It's always good anyway. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah. But how far
Um,
should I go? Should I get? Should I I'll ask him if
that
you
would be
can
an
have his
interesting
number.
one. That would be
yeah,
an
do that.
interesting one. It
You got the
certainly
WhatsApp
would.
anyway. So just if you want to,
I ain't
just give
gonna
me the
lie.
WhatsApp and then that's
All
fine.
right then. Okay.
That is going to be an interesting one. That really will. Because isn't he? I don't see him live as much over here. By the way, is he on TikTok all the time now?
He smashed his
He's
TikTok.
moved
I
over.
can see him on that.
He's
Is it
moved over.
TikTok?
He put. Did you see? Before you go, Danny, did you see Jedi put Belly in his place when Belly went crying to him about me?
Yeah, I see you do something, and then it must. I think it was on your stream. I don't know. I did see it though. No, it was on your
Yeah,
stream
I
when you was
laughed till I
reviewing it.
cried.
When
Belly
you was
went over
reviewing
there
it,
to tell tales, and Jedi told him
and
she's
then
my
he
dawn,
literally
she's
just
my
he just
G.
literally just was like, you know, I've got a lot of time for Juba, and that was it. Really, he was just like, oh
Yeah,
shit, what can I say now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have got this long-standing thing. I don't want to get involved in that. I don't know. I've got a lot of time for Belly. You know that I do. I just, but it's a shame because I do think you bring that
But he hasn't got
extra
the time for
dynamic
you.
to his
Remember,
show.
he hasn't got the time for you.
I don't know. He's always defended me. Trust me. Like he'll call out shit, and
No,
he
he
has done. But
doesn't.
there's only so much you can.
How
He
much?
has done.
How
He
much?
has.
How
He
much shit has
hasn't.
he caused? Yeah. Well, oh, you might not have heard it. Yeah, but how much shit has he said for you when you were speaking to me? He was
No, he
pushing the
didn't. He was
Nixie
taking a
Nazi.
piss. Come
He was
on now.
pushing.
Like he was taking the piss.
pushing
He
Nixie
was.
Nazi.
Oh no, he was though. It was like I don't know. Like I can. I get that. He was ripping the piss out of
Passive.
me, but I get like I don't
Passive.
take offense when he. I don't know. Like I just really like Belly, and I know that you do too, Jupiter. But you've fallen out, and you know I don't know. But you know. But
No,
I
I
do
used
think
to.
that
I used to be. I used to think he was okay, and I used to be civil with him, like I will do with a lot of
yeah.
people. I used to put him above simpletons. Let me put it that way. But he's made it quite clear that he's in with that group, and I'm right. I'm going to put it straight out facts as the way I see it. I think he's in
Right,
bed
before you
with
do
a
that,
lot.
I'm gonna go because
He wants to go. You're a lightweight.
I've really
Yeah,
got.
go
Big
on.
up the
I've really
lightweights.
gotta
Big
go.
up the lightweights. Oh, Danny, remember, look into
I've
the
got to be
camera.
early.
Tell easy before you go.
What was I say? Oh yeah, easy Nixie didn't. Easy Nixie didn't dox me. What was it? I can't even
All right,
remember.
just say Gimp, wind your neck in. Nixie didn't dox me. No, Gimp, wind your neck in. Nixie didn't grass.
Gimp, Wanjanakin, Nixie didn't grass on me. It was your mate Moon. All right,
Booyah!
there you go.
Thank you.
Clip.
Big up,
Adios.
Danny, man. Big up all day long.
Alright, see you later.
All right, big up, Danny. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I don't know. It's shit. But I'll tell you who capitalised the most off of that. Ghost did. I found. He revelled in it, Jupiter.
Yeah.
And I just think, and there's no excuse, you know, anger or whatever, but I knew that you would at some point say, yeah, it was wrong. And you did. There's only so, you know, look, a lot of people, a lot of people have done bad things on here, you know.
Yeah, look what I wrote in the back.
All right,
and
yeah.
That's what you
Okay.
need to be aware of.
Oh, Jupiter, don't worry, I know. Let me just put.
You know, so.
Hang on. Yeah, thank you for that. Is that private? Yeah. Yeah. Got that?
Okay.
Thank you, though. Thank you. Appreciate that. Because when you're kind of like new, I've been here a long time, but not. And that's another thing that Easy keeps saying. She's lying. She's been here for years. She, you know, she ain't just. like, you obviously didn't get the fucking memo. I've been saying this since I turned up, Easy Man. And I'm like, I'm the first one to point out, listen, I've been here fucking longer than a lot of people. They you ain't, no, I've been here, like Liggy trying to go, well, you only just turned up. No, bitch, I was here before you. You know what I mean? The reason I wasn't on my main, oh God, now that's another one you want to watch. Absolute just lip service. So actually, I've looked at a couple of her live streams where she'll jump on. So it's always like to big up or defend Velly or whoever she's trying to get in with. But the reason I don't like her,
drunk. I love the fact they all say that I'm the one that drinks all the time, and yet they're always drunk.
I've never thought of you as drunk. I've never actually thought of that.
Oh, I did during COVID. I did.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, see, I've never had that thought. But with her, I see it as yeah, I can see why her neighbours or people wouldn't like her because you don't get that authenticity, right? So 1 minute she's like, so I don't appreciate people trying to give me a hard time when all I'm trying to do is relay a political point. They're trying to shut it down immediately, and I'm not being anti-Semitic. But you know, she does things like it takes her a year. She does it like passive aggressive. She'll make comments. You're like, listen, just say what you fucking mean to say. So she eventually, you're an anti-Semite. So I thought, okay, right, I banked that. And when I saw her on the panel digging Triller out, that's when I jumped on and fucking it went west, and I fucking called her all the cunts under the sun. And I've never liked her since, and I've watched her, and she stopped really going on panels, but started creeping back up again. And woe betide, look at her, fucking snaking up, right? So where's her outrage about the Zionism over on Ghost? That's what I want to know. Now that she's a mod over there, and, you know, she frequently goes on Iduki's panel as well. Where is all that, you know, outrage? Because they talk about it a lot over there. Look at Bird's Nest. He talks about it.
Yeah, but that won't
worse.
last. They'll do something that she don't like.
But it just goes to show the disingenuous, like, listen, for me, it's a serious thing. You know, the world's fucking going to shit. We need people to fucking stand up, not cunts like her that are just there to, you know, fucking stir. And, you know, like, I don't know, she doesn't really give a shit, does she? Because, like, she's like, oh, yeah, immigration is fine. You're just all fucking, you know. And I'm like, hang on a minute, but didn't you come from Luke's corner? So you obviously took 2 or 3 years to come out with this now, because you obviously didn't say it over on Luke's, did you? But now she's starting to show her true colours, so I'm glad. And I did make it. I did leave a message.
Ooh,
under that
Moon
video.
didn't come through.
No, Lig. How come you were so friendly over there when they've been vocal about it? So what? All the years you've never said nothing. Yeah.
I don't know
now
where
all of a sudden,
she came from actually.
So now all of a sudden though, it's like like
I think she might have come through. You wouldn't remember her, Emily Lucas group.
I know. I remember Emily. I remember. See, the problem I had, Dupes, was I was about, but on like a Captain Stinker or just a general like a Steve or a name like that, because Penny, every channel I went, I just didn't want to be bothered by her. You know, like you say, you don't want to. That was me, because if I turned up on Nick's Lou account, she'd just, you know, I thought, I can't be arsed with this, man. This is bullshit. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have a voice. I weren't going on. I wasn't able. I couldn't be asked to have to fucking and be contacting channels to explain. Nah. So I was about probably, but you didn't see me as me. Do you know what I mean? But I have been about, but not a lot. Yeah, to follow the dynamics. But yeah, I have sussed that out. But thank you for pointing that out, and because I know that. Yeah. But you know, it is what it is. It is sad, is what I'll say. Very sad. Snakes.
I think it's sad,
like
but after a while, patterns of behaviour do show themselves. And if you give people long enough rope, they hang themselves. And I always believe in letting them do that.
Yeah, that's where I think it's best to I try to see the best in everyone, and that's it. And let them hang, you know, let them do it, you know. And unfortunately, you know, more times than not, they do, and it's pretty gutting.
But you did make me laugh earlier because you said she's moaning about everyone else being on YouTube. But when she ain't on someone's panel, she's playing on her own
but
panel.
Come on! Hello! Like, this is what I'm saying. We're dealing with fucking dumb to the core here, right? I just got to say it as it is. Right, and that's why I had to clip that shit earlier on. I couldn't believe what like, these people literally have no self-awareness to be saying shit like that. So, like, I got a fucking live, oh, have ya? What? In a fucking computer game called Assassin's Creed that you fucking go live on YouTube. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up, man. Do you know what I mean? She's, yeah. And I said to my sister, I'm done, like, and we was laughing about it, because, you know,
yeah,
like,
but I find it funny. Someone
you could fucking nip this shit in the bud, man, back in the day.
Yeah, but someone of her age playing on the game all day, to me, is hilarious.
Oh, she's just a sado, man.
I mean, I
she's
can understand it for a little bit, but all that.
I'm a
no.
gamer, but I'm nowhere near it. I'm not her age, but I am a gamer. Big up the gamer. But yeah, I just think everything. I question everything about her now. Yeah, and yeah, just consider that comment that I left. Yeah, about the other, because yeah, you just got to start questioning things, and it's sad that you've got to move that way and kind of have, be fucking looking over your shoulder all the time when all you want to do is talk about politics, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
sad.
The thing is, I'm not really. I know people might think I am because look. If you start on me, I can be quite low and quite catty, and I've got a vile mouth, right? I ain't
Yeah,
no fucking walking wallflower, but
yeah.
I've got friends that have got nothing, and I've got friends that have got loads of money. Do you know,
Same
money
as,
that's
same as.
money that's
Yeah,
coming out their ear rolls, and I think they've got fucking too much money than sense, you know.
yeah.
And I, I, it, I don't care what people have got or what they haven't got. And
No,
the
neither
only
do
time I
I.
will use this is like that is because if they might diss me, and then I'll
I,
think, right, oh yeah, you want to
yeah,
give it? Let's see how you can
I do
take
see
it.
that in you, but I also see like, and people, I do see a care. Like, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Like
I don't like.
people
I
either
don't
get on or they
enjoy it.
don't. And yeah,
I
I
don't
know, I know.
enjoy it. I don't
Yeah,
enjoy hurting
yeah, yeah.
people. I don't.
I don't think you
But
do, and I think you often like, yeah, and like I say, I've seen those traits where I was very appreciative when I first came on the scene, and you didn't have to get involved, and you did, and
well, I just think
yeah,
people should be allowed to say what they've got to say, and if it catches up with
yeah.
them, the only person who's
Well, he went
responsible
nuts
is
at you, didn't
themselves.
he? He went
Is
nuts, and I felt
themselves.
bad because I thought, well, you don't know
Yeah.
me, and you're taking all this shit. But so I haven't forgotten that. But yeah, and it's just like what I
Well, I
saw.
think that's what started the problem, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is what started his problem with me, weren't it? And
yeah, mhm,
her with her
yeah.
inflatable, but
Sorry
I
about
still
that.
laugh at that. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you got. I think like me, I'm just calling it as I see it, man. I ain't got that agenda, but I just couldn't believe what I saw with that bitch last week, and I couldn't actually believe certain people that are always in your chat were over there. It exposes a lot. Jupiter is all I'll say. It exposes a fucking lot. I know why one certain person is pissed off with you, and it's over with her all the time, and I do keep it now as well because you basically said I don't want to get involved in it's just something flippant, but you were direct. They didn't like it. I
Yeah.
think the person was very clingy with you, and I got that. I saw like I could, you know, I appreciate direct people. To be honest, I appreciate it. But this person has sulked ever
Yeah,
since.
but it's nothing that I haven't told everybody. Listen,
Yeah, I
after
know.
Moon did what she did, and I come over on that night when you were there, and I said, listen, don't want to go backwards and forwards,
Yeah,
right? That
yeah,
was more for her benefit than mine, if you be truthful. It weren't me
yeah,
getting trolled, it was her. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I stood by it, whatever.
yeah,
She then come over every now and again, all right, Jupiter. First off, I
yeah,
just ignored it. Then I thought, I'm not going to be a cunt. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Gradual,
yeah.
gradual, gradual. She's okay, whatever. There's no problem between us.
Oh, well, you thought
Or
there
so I
was.
thought. But she's
Yeah.
still harbouring hate,
Thing
you
is
know?
it worth it? Is it worth it? She gets her 5 minutes of fame and then boom, gone because she got nothing else. Nothing else. It's gone fucking radio silent again, and then she drops that thingy, and it'll go silent again. What else is she going to pick up? But at this point, most people, and even if they don't like you, it's like I say on my videos: like me or loathe me, you have to call out what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, Nixie, I don't care. I've told
Yeah,
her, put out whatever she thinks she's got. I'm ready for it.
yeah, yeah,
But
totally.
is she ready for the reaction? That's what she needs to ask herself.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I get it. I get it. Yeah, just watch her like that. That's why I literally don't go in. I've never been in Telegram, and I won't go into any groups, man. That's it. There's very few people I speak to on here,
I'm not
and
in groups.
yeah,
I'm not. I don't do
it's
that.
very. It just seems
And
to be.
if
Yeah,
there is any texts that she's got, they're going to be very boring.
yeah, very
Like,
short. Yeah,
oh, that fucking, and it'll be when I weren't talking to Luke or something. Oh,
yeah.
that fucking Luke said this about me, and I'll go,
Nothing that
yeah,
he hasn't heard
yeah,
before that you've said to him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
can't stand the little fucker, or I don't know. Wendy said the fucking crow's talking about you. Oh, was she? Send me the link.
yeah,
Be silly shit like that. But people on here want to get their nose fucking well deep into all that shit.
yeah,
But what she
yeah.
don't understand is that I've put it to bed with All of them.
I
all
get
of
it.
them
You just
know-
want to do the politics. God, yeah, I get
all
that.
of them know that I fell out with them. They've said things about me. I've said things about them.
Yeah.
That, yeah, all got a bit low. Let's move on. It ain't fucking worth it. At the end of the
Not
day,
worth it.
it's not who I
You've
am.
got to
It's
move
not,
on at some point, haven't you? You've got to. Now, whether you carry on talking to them or not, it's up to you. But
you
you've got to
know.
fucking move on.
Yeah,
You
but
can't harp on it. Yeah.
yeah,
We
but
can.
it's not
Yeah.
even. It's not even that. I didn't even mean half of it because some of the people I actually liked and I only fell out with because of her. And that's the thing
Yeah.
that pisses me off the most.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Like, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You know,
Say no more. Yep.
they were
Say
all
no
saying they
more.
couldn't stand her moaning. They couldn't stand her being depressive. She was too bossy. She was
Was the
vile. She
fucking
had vile mouth.
it's the like that's the one thing that struck me that day that we fell out. She's like, "Fuck off, you slut!" I couldn't believe that I was hearing it. What the hell is this woman that I thought was this nice? Like, I just thought, okay, so we're going down to that level. I can do that, bitch, but you know, you ain't like. I don't like. I try not to go there.
So,
to be honest.
do you never seen her go into a rant?
Never, not like that. Never.
Oh,
That's what I'm telling
God.
you. It's very surface level, in and out. Hello, nice to see you. Bye. She's like, oh, that's my mate, and I was like, well, that's a nice welcome. Okay, you know, I'll take it. But yeah. And it was just like, yeah, you're still staying on top of the penny thing. Big up, you know, call out the wrong ones. I'm very righteous like that. If there's a bully, and I know you and Rubber don't get on, but Penny is now bullying Rubber Dub just because she talks to me. This is how pathetic it gets. This is the, you know what I mean? It's disgusting. Big up, muckers. You're right. Well, hang on. Solidarity to insane flip flop beefs. Top seller are as follows: John BBB me. I don't know what you're talking about, muckers, but big up, man.
I was trying to say just him and John BBB and A1000 are the only three sane people. Fuck's sake, who don't ever flip flop. What a load
Well,
of
you can't say that I flip flop, mucker. You cannot say that I flip flop. And if you do, I'd like to know how. I seriously question, like, how can people say that about me flip flopping? I don't, and that's why I get into so many rows with people because I stand my ground. And sometimes I think I don't really want to have to do this, but I've got to jump on the panel to fucking stand my ground on that point. Do you know what I mean? And you don't want to have to do it. Be like, no, what? Yeah, I disagree with what they're saying, so you fucking do it.
Muckers, I don't get on with you. But did you not go on and warn Easy? And he had a bit of a meltdown today. So what are you making of it so far? I don't want him coming up.
I haven't spoken to Muckers for a while. He's got.
Yeah, if he comes
he's a one of a kind, isn't he? See,
no, he's not. He's there.
I know.
He's there.
If
he comes up, I'll go off.
No, I've got to get off anyway. I have got an emergency.
But it would be interesting to see what he makes of it.
Yeah, it would actually.
He said to him, "I'll give you 3 weeks. 3 weeks." He's bet on it.
Oh my God, Muckers! He's a character, man. He's a character, isn't he? Easy's a fucking clown. Love winding him up. He just cracks me up. Muckers does, man. He does. But you know, Muckers isn't stupid. He does see what's going on a lot of these streets. You know, he does. So, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, the message. I've got an emergency. I literally got to go. You know, I know it's probably a little bit too personal there, but I got to go.
No, I know that anyway.
Oh God, timing. Thank you for jumping up, and just see what's going on in it. It is what it is. Thank you for jumping up. It was nice to chat. All right, well,
take care. Bye,
see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Don't take this personally, muckers, that you just turned up. But I got to go, guys. Rob, I love you all. Thank you for turning up. Thank you to everyone tonight. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I've explained enough about the Easy thing. I was going to listen to the whole damn thing, but for fuck's sake, you get the fucking drift, man. The guy's a fucking lying piece of shit. Easy, you got your 5 minutes of attention. You're dumb. You're an idiot. I can't be arsed with you. You're a fucking embarrassment. You and Moon can go and live in Dumbledum together and be fucking both moaning for the rest of your lives together. How about that? Moan each other to fucking death. Rashma! Oh, big up, sis. I'm just going now. I've got an emergency, but big up. Love you, sis. All right, it's lovely to see you. It doesn't feel right when I never see you on here, Rashma, but yeah, good to see you, sis. I'll be back on in a bit, not live, but I'll if anyone's live, I'll pop over. I gotta go. I have got to go. But love you all. Thank you so much. Swindle, I will reply to you. Thank you so much for that information. Dubsy, you're the best. You know that. Mucka, big up. Good to see you. And everyone else that joined tonight. UK Lady, Official, Kimmy. It's always good to see you, Dean. Michael Maloney, Glow. Yeah, and anyone else that was watching and listening to me rant, thank you for coming. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Bye, everyone. Take it easy. I might play a song on the way out.